I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like.
You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know. You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unity.
Why don't you set aside an hour or two? We'll have a few drinks and a cup of coffee. I don't drink.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. I'm choking on chicken.
Hey, you're watching Poindexter. That's great. I don't.
You are watching Poindexter Lounge.
That's great. I don't.
You are watching Poindexter. Thanks for the lights, Jay. Churros and Call of Duty. I smell like onions and you're watching Poindexter.
That's great. I don't.
And now I'll make the point better. This joint's clever. In the lounge with Poindexter. So Poindexter Lounge, you know that we can get it in. And now I'm headed up like I'm Led Zeppelin.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. Do you like nerd stuff? Yeah? Then you'll love this. You never know what might happen or who might show up at the lounge.
I just want to thank you for being here and being my friend. It's always good to have someone you could count on. And I'm glad you're that for me.
That's great. I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Poindexter.
Oh, nice.
That's good. That's real good, huh? Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Vet, and I just want to say, excuse me, it is great to have you with me in the lounge tonight. Yeah, we got a great show for you planned. We got a great planned show for you. Great show planned for you, something like that. One of those combination of words. Those words were the right words. The way that they were, I don't know, was just kind of in there. Anyways, welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh. It's great to have you here in the lounge with me. If this is your first time to the lounge, hey, it's good to have you, and glad you're here. So why don't you sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and also, you know, maybe throw a like our way. All right, maybe also throw a subscribe, a sub, one of those good old things that they do here on the YouTube. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and all of us can get together and talk about all the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, with some thing or two that we know about, and so much more. And if those things to get you excited, then hey, you found the right place. So please join this growing group of nerds and hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you. All right. That being said, as always, at the beginning of the show, I like to make sure that everyone is aware of and knows that we appreciate. Where are they? There they are. All of our patrons. Thank you to all of our patrons. What do you think, Sil? You appreciate our patrons? Cool. Hey, yeah, so thank you to all of our patrons and, of course, all of the members of this channel. We appreciate all of you. You guys are awesome. We are very, very thankful for all of you and your support here at the channel, and it is an awesome thing. So directly following this broadcast, there will be a members-only stream where we'll talk about a couple of other topics that aren't in the main topics here. So if you want to be in on that, all you got to do is become a member. It's super easy to do. Membership costs as little as $2, and you just click that little button down there on the video. Or, of course, you can become a patron. Or thank you to, of course, everyone who gives super chats during the broadcast. You guys are awesome. We are thankful for all of you, and we're grateful for your support. And some of you guys like to bypass all of that. You don't want to give any money to YouTube to support us, and so we appreciate that. You want it to go directly to us. There are links down in the description below for that. We also have a store. The link is also in the description below. All of our links are in the description below. If you want to email us, that link's down there. If you want to follow us on social media, that link is down there. All of our socials, including TikTok and Instagram, and obviously, you're here at YouTube already, but we have a Facebook page. We've got all the cool things, and so yeah, so go check out our store. We've got a lot of cool different kinds of stuff there for you, and we'd be very, very appreciative if you would check that out. Of course, we want to thank, as always, our sponsor, BullySticksDirect.com. Bully Sticks Direct, they provide all natural bully stick dog treats and chews for your dog. I use them for my dogs. My dogs absolutely love them. I provide content for Bully Sticks for their TikTok and YouTube videos, and a lot of it is my dogs hanging out doing funny silly stuff, and so go check them out at BullySticksDirect.com. They've got a whole plethora of awesome treats and chews for your dogs. My dogs just eat them up, man. And the thing is like Wookie will get one and he'll chew it. Like, he's very conservative with it, and stuff. Marty McFly, he just takes it kind of like at 88 miles per hour, man, just runs in the other room with it. Harley just inhales them. She doesn't get the idea, I think, that she's supposed to enjoy it and treasure it and chew it, and it's supposed to, help her with those things. Now, she just wants to inhale it, but that's how she is with food of all kinds. Now, the thing about it is, why Bully Sticks Direct? Well, because they're all natural and preservative free, and I love that because I love my dogs. There are also no added hormones or antibiotics, and it's a great company run by some great people, and so I know them personally. I vouch for them. They are awesome, and there is all kinds of stuff, like I said, on their website that you can choose from. Just try out some stuff. Why? Because it alleviates boredom. It lessens anxiety. It's just fun for the dogs. It's healthy. It's safe. And look, with all of the dog treats and chews that are out there, right, you want to make sure that your dogs are getting something that's healthy, that you know what's in it, and that's the thing, man. I want to know what's in the dog treats and chews that I give my dogs. And with this way, you know exactly what's in there. You know exactly what your dog's eating because it's right there on the package. It's labeled. You know what it is. And you have a direct line to them. You can get a hold of them. You can call them. Look, the phone number's right there. You can call them. You can email them. They will get back with you. It's a great company. And so go check out BullySticksDirect.com and tell them that Poindexter Lounge sent you. And if you order something from BullySticksDirect.com, guess what? If you use the promo code Poindexter, you're going to get 10% off your order. So, hey, you can't beat that, can you? I mean, so look, if you got a dog, go get them the best treats that are out there. Bully Sticks Direct. All right. There you go. Also, I mentioned those of you who support the channel, thank you so much. Don't forget, we do have this giveaway. I need to give this bad boy away. We'll give it away maybe this week. This Scare Glow action figure. We got a bunch of other stuff to give away too, but we got this. The Scare Glow action figure is going to go to somebody. It could be you. All you got to do is be a member. give super chat of any kind, or become part of the Patreon, and you're automatically entered into the giveaway, because that's how we roll here at the lounge. We love to give back, and we love for you guys to be a part of that. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go to the chat real quick, and then we'll bring some people in. Yes, we're going to have a panel discussion tonight. We got some things to discuss, and so we're going to get to that. I know that there's other streams that are going on that people are going to come over from there at some point, and so but in the meantime, we got stuff to do, some housekeeping to do. It's been a while, right? So what's up, Dat Dude Vince? Good to see you, my friend. Donovan Martin in the house. See what WB is screwed with all this new lawsuit. I don't know, man. That new lawsuit doesn't even look serious to me, man. I'm really not even. William and I were discussing it earlier, and I don't even think that it's I don't think it's really anything to worry about at this point. What's up, Rashad? Yeah, listen. Look, things are said. Things are said. We're going to talk a little bit about that, because, look, I'm not here to bash anybody, but also I don't like, though, that I don't like the fact that there are people associated with certain scoopers that decide then to go on their channel. They're highlighted on those channels a lot, and then they go on other channels and they bash people that I know are good people, and streams that I was on, literally that I was on, and trying to say what we thought and what we felt when we were there with Zack Snyder, right? I mean, last week, if you missed it, the vodka stream, Zack Snyder and Deb Snyder popped in, along with Ray Fisher, or not with Ray Fisher, I'm sorry, Ray Porter, pardon me. And so we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about like what that was, because people are attacking Dave, saying that Dave should have asked this question or Dave should have asked that question. It wasn't a freaking interview. It wasn't an interview. See, that's the great thing about Dave's relationship with Zack, and we'll talk about that, is that, you see, Dave knows Zack to the point where literally he can send Zack a message. Isn't that interesting? That, like, he can send Zack a message. He doesn't have to guess what Zack thinks about something. He doesn't have to guess what Zack's opinion about is or something, or go through the proper channels to get Zack on his channel, because literally he can just message Zack and be like, hey, Zack, our friend Scott McClellan is opening his awesome Dark Side statue, and Ray Porter is here. Darkseid himself, the guy that you picked to be Darkseid, is going to be on with us. We're going to have a good time. We're just going to sit back, have a drink, enjoy a fun time of just hanging out, man. And, hey, if you want to stop by, here's a link. And Zack did that. Now, I know that if certain people have Zack Snyder ever, which they won't, but if they were to have Zack Snyder on their channel or whatever, it would be a big deal, and it would be an interview situation, and we're going to talk to him about this and this and this and this and this and this and this. That's the great thing about the relationship that Dave has with Zack Snyder. It doesn't have to be an interview situation, and it wasn't an interview situation. It was literally, hey, come hang out, have some fun with us, and that's what they did. And in the process of conversation, anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but in the process of conversation, that's, some of the stuff that came up. And so, we'll talk about that. What's up, Sith Holocron? It's not my channel. Am I missing? Something about who Zack Snyder chooses to be around. Yep, you're right. You're right, Sith. Let's see. I already said hi to him. What's up, Sith? Okay, there's Richard Gilbert. What's up, Richard Gilbert, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Ooh, Blade lost its director. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that could be something maybe we could talk about maybe tomorrow night. Look into that for sure. Thank you. Anthony Beltray. What's up, Anthony? Why don't you get in here, buddy? If you're here, man, I know you got the link, man. It's been a while. It's been too long, my friend. Get in here, bro. Get in here. Yes. Hugh Jackman, though, coming back. Holy crap, right? Anchorman, what's good? It says, is Enosh going to fall into a cheese machine and become a cheese man? Probably not, but I do like cheese. What's up, Hal Jordan? It says, hello, Enosh. Hello, everyone. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Yes, do the things. For sure. There I am saying hello. Hey, I'm here. Let's go. Unfiltered is here. Phil is here. Fourth 1000 in the house says WBS, what lawsuit? Or WBD, what lawsuit? Yeah, there's some silly lawsuit going on. What's up? You do suck, says Hugh Jackman is back, baby. Yeah. Simon Section says, what up, Enosh? Love watching you open your birthday gifts. Your sons was the best. Once I bring a couple people in here, I'm going to talk about that because, yes, Saturday was my birthday. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Friday night we did my family wanted to give me my birthday gifts, and so they gave me some cool gifts, and it was awesome. But there's one gift that my son did for me that if you missed it, we'll share it. It was awesome. It's very, very personal, and I was blown away. And I got the greatest kids on the planet, man. I tell you what, I got a great wife, I got a great family, and and there's still some people who are jealous of that. Like, here's the thing. Here's what goes to show you, like, and I know I'm kind of going back to the Dave thing, right? But Dave is out here living his best life. Film Junkee is out here living his best life. I'm out here living my best life, right? And I get people who want to harass me over the fact that I have gone and that I'm giving of my time right now to be a substitute teacher and a parapro sometimes, and to help out at the middle school that my kids used to go to. I got 2 kids in high school. One's a junior, one's a senior, and then Isaac graduated 2 years ago. And I went and did that to give back my time. And there's literally people who will come on here and harass me over that. And even the other day, we had people in here harassing me over like calling me names over being a substitute teacher, or talking about my wife or whatever. It's sad. It really is sad that these people have nothing better to do with their life. We're out here living our best lives. I'm out here living my best life. My son did a couple of things there that man, it's still getting me all choked up because I just got the best kids and the best family, man. And I love my family, and I just tell you to all love your family, and be the best that you can be. But yeah, we'll share that. And so I also went to the University of Michigan football game over the weekend with my family, and so that was awesome. And yeah, it was a good birthday. It was a really good birthday. And yeah, so thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes over the weekend. I do appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. What's up, Geek Prime X? What's up, Geek Prime X? Says we got She-Hulk, Deadpool, and Wolverine. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Good stuff to talk about tonight, for sure. Yes, the old intro. Yes, I use that tonight because sometimes it's nice. I'm actually working on a new intro, a complete new intro for the show, for everything, and expect that coming soon. So. What's this here? You do suck says, glad you are on as I'm going through a hurricane. Oh yeah, you're down in Florida, man. Our prayers and thoughts are with all of our friends who are down in that area, man, who are dealing with that. I hope that you guys are all safe and you take care of yourselves, all right? And do what you need to do to protect yourselves. Enosh, did you see on Instagram, Twitter, the shirt my girlfriend bought me? No, I did not. Not yet, man. This is Boba Fett riding a Rancor. That's awesome. That's fantastic. What's up, Droga? Good to see you. Maybe I'll send you a link. Give me just a minute. Fourth 1000 says, where's the wig? I miss Sheenosh. You know what? The wig is right over here. Who knows the night is young. What's up, Jake Casali? Says, fingers crossed Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire meet in Secret Wars. You know what? I think that's a stretch. I think let's appreciate what we have, like, while we have it, right? Can we do that? Let's appreciate while we have what we have. I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've already seen, the comments and the people talking about, what they think is coming next, but we'll see. Amparo, what's up? What's good, Amparo? Hello, hope you had fun on your birthday. I absolutely did. Thank you. What's up, Jay? It says jealousy is pathetic. It is, isn't it? Hey, Mike Quish, what's going on, my friend? There's on Facebook. I'm glad that I could see that because a lot of times I don't, for some reason, StreamYard doesn't always show us the Facebook comments. So I'm glad that you did this, that I was able to see this. Hi, guys. Over under 40%. Patrick Stewart will also come back. Patrick Stewart did have conversations with Kevin a while back. You know what? We'll bring that up, actually. I think that's a good thing to bring up. Yes, Phil, jealousy is indeed pathetic. You know what? Before I go forward, because I'm not going to leave him sitting back there, and I know others are coming in here in just a little while. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a little while since we've done a panel discussion. Had some more people on. I got my Deadpool cup. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. The unfiltered one. Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Poole. What's up, Phil Poole?
What's happening, people? How y'all doing tonight?
What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? Been a while. I know.
It has, man.
I know.
I took some time off, man. I need, mental health is very, very important, and I am not one to, I'm not one to like fall or crack under a lot of stress, but I was just going through a lot of stuff, man, and just a lot of pressure and a lot of things, and I realized about a month ago, Phil, that I hadn't really mourned my grandmother's death properly. Because I just kind of jumped right in, and I was, you just do it. I mean, hey, look, when you're an adult, you sometimes you got to do that. You don't have time to just stop the world and get off. You have to jump in, and so I did that. But now it was kind of catching up with me, and I realized I was just pushing myself too hard, doing streams every night, getting up every morning, going to work, doing the whole thing, and I need some time off, and so I'm going to regulate and get back, back into the stream. Mount up. But you know what I mean? Like I gotta get back in the groove. But yeah, no, it's all good. How you been, Phil?
Well, I had COVID like the last week of August and the first week of September. Yeah, it really sucked. Like, thankfully I did not lose my sense of taste or smell, but I had like the worst sore throat I've had in like over a decade. So that was terrible. Other than that, I have hung up the cape and cowl for superhero stress. It's going to get rebranded into a Spider-Man show. So that's cool.
Oh, there you go.
Other than that, I'm kind of with you. I went a little too deep into some Twitter nonsense, and I was in Twitter timeout for like a week, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should refrain from just commenting on certain threads where certain scooper goons and their squads can like comment and report things that I probably shouldn't say to begin with. But hey, it's on me. I take my L's in stride. And you know what? I was like, you know what? Arguing with these people, it ain't worth it. It's really not, man. It really isn't. They want to rise out of you. That's what they want. And I'm finding more and more that I sometimes, look, sometimes I get it. There's sometimes you got to answer stuff, right? Like tonight, we're going to talk about some stuff that's, happening and it's relevant. But then there's just other times that you just got to go, I will say though, it was really cool seeing you on the vodka stream with everyone else watching Scott unbox the Darkseid statue. That was dope sauce. That was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But yes. Jade says, I'm happy for you. Thank you, Jade. I appreciate that. Jose was there in the chat that night at the vodka stream. Says, yo, what up, Enosh? What up, people? Superman is back. Wolverine is back. I need new pants because I just blew a hole in the crotch of these. Right up Main Street. What? Gosh, I don't know, dude. I don't know what all these like little emojis are though here that you got going on. It's like the crossed out X and like you got your crotch all wet, huh? Wow. Speaking of wet crotches. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris, the bipolar Jedi, Mr. Wet Crotch himself.
The wet crotch intro's mine. Okay, I love it. Whatever, I'll take it. I don't have long. I kind of miss you. I haven't seen, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to say a couple things. This Wolverine news.
Yeah.
I won't be here for the topic. I've been a little toxic myself, but I'm on some chill out shit. This Wolverine thing, come on, that was my Luke Skywalker, another Luke Skywalker moment for me. Okay, that Hugh walking in the background. This is my Spider-Man No Way Home. That's how important it is to me. But that's not what I want to talk about. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Me and Brodan were streaming the night, and I saw that stream, and I just remember thinking to myself, wow, I'm going to get emotional. Holy shit. I just remember thinking to myself, if there's one dude that deserves Zack Snyder to come in and he get to meet him, it's you, bro. Like we felt so good about that. Like I felt so good, like seeing you, like all these.
That's the third time I've been on a stream now with Zack Snyder.
I just think it's great right there at your birthday. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
it was awesome.
All the people.
And to find out that Zach and Deborah's anniversary is on my birthday.
I was just gonna say that. I love that your birthday and their anniversary is on the same day.
I thought that was great, man. Me and Brodan were like, that is so awesome because there's so many. They get glommed together. There's so many of these Snyder bros out here that get so toxic, and then there's one guy who's been a day one, and you've never gotten toxic about it.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to throw any shade, but all these other people that supposedly have all these scoops about Zach, why isn't he coming on your show?
I wonder why.
I don't get it. Anyway, I'm gonna go stream with Brodan and talk about Wolverine, but I'm gonna catch your stream later. I just want to stop and tell you guys.
You both are welcome to come back here, man.
Yeah,
if
we
might. If Brodan wants to come and hang out for a while, I mean, I'm not going till like 4 or 5 in the morning like I usually do. But it's late start Wednesday tomorrow, so so I get an extra hour of sleep tonight. So I'm using that extra hour to be with my friends tonight. So
that's cool. Well, we know you've been busy, man. You're trying to get this church off the ground. You got a lot going on, man. Like we get it. We get it, bro. We get it. We do. I just I ain't talked to you guys in a while, and I've been kind of in a funk myself. Everybody is kind of dealing with some shit right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Me, you, Phil, everybody. We're all just kind of dealing with some shit. But I'll tell you what, that Wolverine stuff you can't get the smile off my face today. You don't understand how important Hugh Jackman's version of that character is to me. He's on every wall in my house, bro.
Oh, see, there you go.
He's my favorite character of all time, except maybe the Punisher. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to come into a positive stream that's actually talking about movie news and not what other people are saying about movie news, and tell you guys I love you.
Thank you.
All right? And I might be back. All right?
All right, man. All right, sounds good. Love you, Chris. Also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the Magic 8 Ball is in play tonight. So if you have a question for the Magic 8 Ball, anyone who does give a super chat, you get to ask the Magic 8 Ball up to 3 questions. Because I figure it's, Phil, is you ask the initial question, but then that usually leads to other questions, right? So you get the first question, which leads you to your follow-up question, and then your resolution question. So if you give a super chat because you just wanted to, make a comment or something like that tonight, you get to ask this Magic 8 Ball, and this is a special Magic 8 Ball. It is the Super Scooper Magic 8 Ball. It will tell you things that no one else knows. So there you go. And there also might be a special guest making his debut tonight. A little later here on the show. What's up, Emparo? Says I'm also very excited for Constantine 2. Are you excited for Constantine 2, Phil?
I am. I actually just rewatched the first one the other night, like last week, and I will say that it still holds up incredibly well. That is one of the first films I remember seeing Keanu in. And ironically enough, I think Shia LaBeouf too. Yeah, I'm really, really excited.
Shia LaBeouf's in that movie?
He's the driver. He's his caddy driver. He's his cab driver.
I'll have to rewatch that movie, dude. It's been forever since I've watched Constantine. So yeah,
it's fun. Like, I know it's not, what's the right word here? It's not comic accurate. He's not blonde, English, whatever. Who cares, right? Like it's still fun. It still, I think, captures the spirit of John Constantine as best as it could in 2005 standards. But seeing that it's getting a sequel, some 15 years later, that's
right.
That's certainly something. And with the original director too, Francis Lawrence. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Jose says Dave Pena is a king and a pillar of the movement. Jealous MFers can kick rocks. I agree. I absolutely agree. I think it's just absolutely stupid. That this is how people choose to spend their time and their efforts, and but we'll talk about it. You know what, Dad Dude Vince, I don't see it, Vince. I think you can only see those on Twitch. It doesn't come up in StreamYard. I mean, just like
it came up on YouTube. Yeah, it shows up on YouTube that he gifted.
Does it show up on YouTube?
Yeah, it does.
Gifted subs for Twitch.
Not for Twitch, but for YouTube, it says that dude Vince gifted 1 Poindexter Lounge membership. I see it right here on YouTube anyway.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that works. How does that work? Do you just give that to somebody, or do I give that to somebody then?
Oh, I have no idea.
You know what? I forgot about that because you know what? Like they just changed that. I didn't know, Vince, that you could gift. I didn't know that you could do that. I know that I could do it, and you know what? I've meant to, and I said that I was going to do 1 or 2 a month. But I hadn't, honestly, I'm just being absolutely honest because I've been out of it a little bit, guys. I have not even like really thought about that because I want to, you know, like spread the love and everything, especially if I'm going to be doing some, you know, some videos that are just, you know, for that. Yeah, no, I am so sorry, man. Yeah, no, I don't know, but yeah, I got here. Let me see. Because I don't think that it pops up in StreamYard. Yeah, dude, it doesn't pop up in StreamYard that you gifted that. So hold on a second. I'm going to show it, though. I'm going to show it because I do appreciate it. And you know what? And you asked the question, do you get a Magic 8-Ball for gifting a membership? And I will say yes. Yes, you do. Yes, absolutely you do. So I guess I can give that away to somebody now or something, I guess. So, yes, Vince, get in your Magic 8-Ball question. You get the Magic 8-Ball, sir, for sure. Faux show. Phil is the man from Lena Deli. What's up, Lena Deli? Lena Deli, I saw you, man. This dude was rocking out, man, on this huge stage where he is over in Morocco, I think, and was rocking it up, man. Dude, awesome stuff. Playing bull. I saw the video of him playing Bulls on Parade. Dude, I love that, man. I love live music. Y'all know. Y'all know I'm a musician. I love
Rage Against the Machine, so that was an automatic win for me.
Heck yeah. What's up, Monkey Jeebus in the house? Is Protest actually received the gift? Oh, okay. Protest received it. Awesome. I didn't know how that worked. Blake says, have officially been a member for a year. Crazy. Very happy with Deadpool 3 news with Ryan and Hugh. Absolutely. Jada says, this is why I avoid social media. Yes. I tell you what.
Good idea.
Saggy, what's up, Saggy? Says, miss you, Enosh, stopping by to say hi. What's up, Saggy? Jumbled Beats in the house. What's up, man? What's up, Jumbled Beats? Let's see, maybe a couple more, and then we'll move on. Let's see, I think I already said hi to, I already said hi to Blake. Let's see, Captain Gator Girl here says, I was summoned by someone.
The words of Shaggy. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Let's see. Who else? Anybody else here before we move on? What's up, Michelle? Good to see you. Michelle says, hey, my loves, how are you? We're good. Says, yeah, I went to Protest X, by the way. My question is, will I get this job I applied for at Aldi? Okay, ready? Here we go. Oh, Magic 8-Ball, thou who hast revealed all things to us. Yes, we already know the future of the Snyderverse, but we cannot say it. Shh. I asked it in private, and it told me not to tell anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Magic 8-Ball. Magic 8-Ball, will that dude Vince get the job that he applied for at Aldi? Yes, you may rely on it. So there you go. Magic 8-Ball has spoken. Do you have a follow-up?
It has been, so shall it be written, so shall it be done.
Yes. So here's my special new guest. Yes. You do not know. You don't even understand, Phil. I have to work with this guy back here. He's crazy. This lounge is insane. Surrounded by all these toys. But yes, Vince, you're going to get the job. Look closely into my mole. You're going to get the job. It is yours if you want it. If you want it. Look into my eye.
Now the mole.
Now the mole. Mole, eyes. Mole, eyes. Tongue, mole. You're going to get it. It's yours if you want it. All right, I'm going to go back down there somewhere and maybe come back later. Hi, Phil.
Howdy.
How are you?
I'm good. I think this is the first time we've officially met.
Yes, is the first time. I'm Snyder, cultist, Kermit. Bye.
Very nice to make your acquaintance.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, my rock star brother, Lena Deli. Absolutely. All right. Let's see.
Metal. Very metal.
Very, very metal. Very metal. Okay. So this is a great segue, actually, Michelle. Michelle says, so I got a new tattoo today, written in Nordic Ruin, my son's name. I already have my daughter's and husband's name on my other arm. That's very cool.
There you go.
That's very, very cool. That's very, very cool. Okay. And that's a great segue because I did share that my
You got a tattoo.
My birthday was Saturday. Well, I already have a tattoo. I've had a tattoo.
Right,
I've had my tattoo forever. But Saturday was my birthday, and like I said, my family decided that they wanted to celebrate on Friday, and then Saturday we went to University of Michigan football game. 110,000 people there that day.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, that place is huge, 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 huge. First time my sons had ever been there. Third time I'd been there. Tiffany's second time. Last time we went, Tiffany got food poisoning halfway through. We had to leave at halftime. So yeah, so it sucked. But they won. They won. It was a lot closer than it should have been, honestly, against Maryland. But they did win. We had great seats, as you can see. This is like right in front of our seats. So I mean, like this was, you could see everything. It was freaking awesome. And me and the family just hanging out. There's me and Tiff.
Nice.
Right there. Yeah, nice. And here we are up in the stands, just enjoying the game, having fun. And there's the boys. They had to sit over. We got somebody's season tickets, and they had two different places. And so
I see. Yeah.
So we had to do that this time, but they were enjoying themselves. Now, and there was us before we went into the game, right behind the scoreboard, which is freaking cool. But my son did something, Phil, that I was very, very shocked at, and that was. Everybody knows that this is us still outside the game. Sorry. I thought I was right there, but I wasn't. Yep. Walking up. Okay. So I have this Superman tattoo, and I've had the Superman tattoo for years. And Landon went to my friend Jamie, who's at our church, who's a tattoo artist, and told him, he said, you know what? I want to get the same kind of tattoo that my dad has. And so Landon did just that. Now Landon will turn 18 in January, and so he got his looks a little different than mine, but it's basically the same, the same thing, same basic design. Mine's got this cool little like beveled edge kind of thing to it, but I got mine, dude, man. Let's see, I got mine. Dang, I was like around 31 years old, so
wow,
it's been almost like 15 years, man,
so,
since I've had that, and mine still looks really good. I'm really
I don't know what the laws are like in Michigan. Did he have to get parental?
Yeah, that's all he had to do. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so
for sure.
That's what I was shocked at was that so he didn't ask me, he asked his mom, my ex-wife. So he asked her, and I was shocked, but she said yes. And she took him. Well, he told her too that like, look, I'm gonna get one when I turn 18, anyways. If you don't say yes, and so, but she's got a couple tattoos, so she was fine with it. And so yeah, he got this, and not only did he get this, but he got Dad on it, above it, and he made this little video that went with it that was super sweet. You can watch it. It was on our online or on our live from last Friday night. But he basically just said, Dad, I love you so much, and you're my superhero, and so this is my gift to you. I wanted to be just like you, and so yeah. So now we have a matching tattoo, and I love that kid. He's a good kid, and so everybody says he looks like me, and he's like the spitting image of me. So, and he is, man, in so many ways. So
definitely, yeah.
So
Wow.
he's good. He's a good kid. His middle name is Jor-El, so he's got that going on. He's a huge Flash fan. Now he wants to get the Flash on the other arm, I think. So I was surprised that he got a Superman tattoo, but he got the Superman tattoo, and but yeah, said it's because he wanted to be like Dad. So
You know, when I was closer to his age, maybe a little bit older, when I got the Batman right here, I wanted more. I really did want to get like a whole arm of either Bats or just all of it be DC. Like, I don't know. I might get this one done over with the Batfleck logo, and then on the other side get the Man of Steel Superman somewhere.
Sure.
Or I just might do more Bats on that arm. I'm not really sure yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's dope, dude. That warms my heart. That's so cool.
Man. It's like, matching dad and son tattoos. So that was the start to my weekend. So I was happy. He's a good
That's
kid,
dope.
like I said.
That's awesome.
Easy there with the with the notch cuts. Yes, Lil Sus. We like to call him Lil Sus. It's just a funny nickname that we ended up giving him around here. But yeah. So anyway, so that was that. See, I don't think there's anything else before we kind of jump into the topics of the evening.
The thick of it.
The thick of it. Yeah, we always like to, come up with some, fun little stuff to start off with. But I guess the first thing we can jump right in with, of course, is huge announcement today. A Hugh Jackman of a announcement.
You didn't do the Betty White thing.
Oh, I did not do a Betty Whiteism tonight.
Betty Whiteism. There we go.
We
Yeah.
got to do a Betty Whiteism. Okay, hold on a second. I got to get.
I was like, wait a minute.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, I was like, there's something missing here. Betty White.
Do not be stupid. You have to do the Betty White. I'm trying to get to it. I know, but you must get to it. If you do not, you're stupid. It's a work in progress, folks.
Snyder Cole Kermit really just told you the
Cole.
business.
I guess so. Okay. Let's see here. We always like to do our Betty White-ism of the night from this little book that my wife got me, which of course is the Little Guide to Betty White. So let's see here. Let's see. This was I think the last one that we wrote. It says I thought you wore too much makeup and were a slut. I was wrong. You don't wear too much makeup. Yes.
That was it.
That was it. Yes, I should get a Betty White tattoo. That'd be freaking awesome. And I would do it. I
would get all 4 Golden Girls on my back. That's what I would get.
See, I like the Golden Girls, but you know what? My thing really isn't the Golden Girls total. It's more just Betty White.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
my
fair.
thing was always Betty White. Hey, look there, Chris popped back in. What's up, Chris?
Well, as soon as I told him, Enosh was like, we should come back over there if we want. And he was like, well, book our stream. Let's go over there. I don't want to go over there.
Did you give him the link?
So, yeah, I'm sending it to him right now.
Okay.
Well, you're just in time, too.
All right.
Is it too loud? Can you guys hear my roommates? He discovered Quantum Leap this last week, and he
The new
is
show?
binging it. No, the old one.
No, the old show.
Oh, the old,
Gotcha.
the good one?
Okay.
So if it gets too loud, let me know. He's
No, you're good. All right.
death at night.
All right, so tonight's Betty Whiteism is this. That last one was good on its own, but it says, I know I look square, but I'm like my father's tractor. I take a while to warm up. What's going on? Was you warming up your tractor back there? What the heck? We're listening to an episode of Quantum Leap, apparently.
Can you hear that?
Oh, dude, that got really loud all of a sudden. That was crazy.
How about now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do something about it.
Okay, so I know I look square, but I'm like my father's tractor. I take a while to warm up, but once I get going, I can turn your topsoil till the cows come home. And that's why Betty White was my celebrity crush and celebrity hall pass. Yes. I mean, come on. Who would not want Betty White to have turned over their topsoil till the cows come home?
I can't really find a rebuttal for that. So
I know. I used to always say, like, when people would look at me weird about it, I'm like, you know, they're like, oh, she's an old woman. I'm like, yeah, but it's Betty White. That's a story in and of itself, man. You can't tell me that you wouldn't be excited to tell that story. Sorry.
Deadpool would.
Deadpool would totally go for that. Deadpool would totally go for that. Absolutely. In every sense of the imagination. So, all right. Let me get that out of here. It's too busy back there. Okay. Real quick. So here's the deal. You all know what a huge Quantum Leap fan I am. I am a huge Quantum Leap fan. I love Quantum Leap. Here's my thing. I was slightly disappointed with the first episode of the new Quantum Leap. And then the second episode I just watched tonight. The problem is that what made the original show so great was Scott Bakula's personality, his way of just kind of bringing people in, and his acting ability. I mean, he was so charismatic and he was just awesome like that. And then along with that, Dean Stockwell was a great, you know, counter to that and everything. I'm going to be honest with you though. I don't think that, look, I'm hoping that it's a thing of that these actors just need to find their rhythm, you know? But I'm sorry, so far I'm a little concerned. I'll be honest with you. I am very, very concerned with the new Quantum Leap because look, this is the only chance we're going to get. If this doesn't do well, we're not going to get any more Quantum Leap for quite a while, if ever. Right? I mean, if ever. And so look, yeah, you know, Dad Dude Vince, as much as I love time travel, I love time travel in general, and I just love Quantum Leap in general. But the problem is like I'm watching these actors and they're just not as they're just really not good actors. The one lady in there who's like the new Al, her delivery, it's like sub CW almost. It's concerning. So
I have nothing really to add. I didn't watch Quantum Leap, and I knew they were doing a reboot show, so I can't really speak one way or the other about it.
Yeah.
I know someone else that I listen to on a regular basis is enjoying it for what it is, but you know, again, I have no informed opinion on that show either way. So sorry you don't like it.
No, it's not that I don't like it because I'm still tuning in. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm just hoping that it grows. Yeah, because like here, Quantum Leap just doesn't have that it factor yet.
Okay.
That the old one has. It just looks like a generic product show. You're right, for that, because I was thinking that today. It looks like the generic show that has a team of people who are working together on something, and then there's like two main people to go off and do something else, right? So it's like all your like CSI shows or whatever. It's like a team of people working together and they're doing the stuff, and that's not what the original show was. You know, it was these two guys, you know, that were they meant so much, and it was focused. It was more, the original show was focused more on the fact that Scott Bakula as Sam Beckett was back there trying to fix things in time, and this one it's like they're trying to do like a team effort thing where they're trying to figure things out, and I don't know, it just hasn't really popped for me yet. So. But I'm not done with it. I'm not done, and I won't be done with it. I'll watch this thing until till it's done. But yeah, I just hope that it does pop in and start getting better. You know,
sure,
that's my thing. All right, so yeah, so the big news of the day, of course, this man right here, Mr. Hugh Jackman. It was announced today. Crazy announcement. I know there's some people trying to take credit for this. Oh, we called this 3 years ago. Look, 3 years ago, I will say this. We were all saying, everybody was saying
it.
Wouldn't it be great if Hugh Jackman came back and played Wolverine in a Deadpool movie? We all wanted it. And yes, there were people making, you know, random predictions that, oh yeah, he's gonna come back, he's gonna be in it, blah blah blah.
Disney wants to pay him giant boatloads of money. It's like, okay, genius, thanks for the, you know, obvious answer there.
Yeah, you know, look, this stuff wasn't in. I don't believe that this was in the workings 3 years ago.
That
No, it was like
that.
Easter egg teasing type stuff. I don't believe any of these things
Do you
until I
realize-
see them come to fruition. You know,
Right,
I don't
Chris.
believe any of them.
Chris, 3 years ago, we weren't even in the pandemic.
Nope.
So you're going to tell me before the pandemic even hit, Disney wanted to throw boatloads of money. Like we were seriously just on the beginnings of the Fox turnover thing.
Right.
So no, I don't believe that at all.
3 years ago, there wasn't even a Disney Plus yet.
No, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. You can throw whatever you want to throw at the wall and hope that it sticks, but I'm sorry. No, and I'm just telling you all of you out there who message me, and some of you, your heart's in the best possible place. You're good people. I'm not hating on you. I understand it. But please, for the love of God, when people start telling you everything that you want to hear, or they start like acting like, they had some kind of knowledge or whatever, always look a little deeper and look at the circumstances to everything and look up like what was going on at the time that this was happening. And, I'm sorry. And then just don't listen to people tell you what you want to hear. Listen, I want the Snyderverse to continue, right? I want the Snyderverse to continue, but some of the stuff that I hear coming out of the mouths of some people is just absolute nonsense. It's rubbish. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because it's a connective story. It really is. What's up, Eli? Good to see you, my friend. What's going on, Eli? I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. So I figured what we do is we take a look at this. I know that I'm probably gonna have to take it down. So if you're watching this on the repeat and you see that this got taken down, I mean the video is not going to get taken down for it, but we will look at the where is it?
If you do the announcement video, you could probably just hit mute when the music plays.
You know what? I've even gave up on that, hitting mute and doing all that stuff. And you know why? Because it will still pick up the video. It did that to William this week. William had a video that hold on a second. So I'm going to pull it up. Whoops. Yeah, so we'll just play it. And so if you're watching this on the repeat, you'll just know that like if this part is missing, that's why. So, all right. So this came out today. I honestly, when I saw this first come out, I didn't think that it was going to be this. But this is what we got.
I thought it was a Mint Mobile commercial.
Whoops, what happened? Whoops, hold on.
You didn't share a screen.
Feel special.
Oh, I didn't share.
We need to
I'm
stay true
sorry.
to the character.
Dang it all.
Find new depth.
You know what? It didn't start bringing it right
Hey, everyone.
in. Sorry, I apologize.
We're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now.
I've had to really search my soul on this one.
His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, new motivation.
Notice he's wearing a gray
Every
suit there. That's
Deadpool
interesting.
needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach down
Can I get that
deep
mug?
inside.
And I have nothing.
I have nothing.
Yeah. Just
I
completely
gotta start scouring Walmart.
empty up here. And terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan.
There you go. Ooh. All right. So yeah, big surprise there. I've already heard people start to say, "Oh, it's just going to be a cameo."
I've seen that make the rounds too, and I'm just like, really?
They did all that for a cameo?
The official poster is the claws going through Deadpool's face, and the article literally called it a team-up movie.
It's a buddy cop movie.
If that's just a cameo, then that is the biggest waste of
marketing and history,
marketing and promo and everything. And really, I think if you do that, it would just piss everybody off.
Yeah. There's no way it's just a cameo. There's absolutely no way.
There's no way. There's no way. And so, look, I get it. There's people who are like, well, Hugh Jackman said that he's not, coming back, that, he did Logan. And look, Logan is amazing. Logan is fantastic. And I can appreciate the fact that he wanted, that he wanted that to be his send-off. Because let's be honest, every X-Men movie pretty much is about Wolverine.
For the most part, except First Class.
First Class, yeah, and even in First Class though, he's got the greatest cameo ever known to man, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, pretty much every X-Men movie except for First Class is about, and it's
I'd
centered
argue
around Wolverine.
Days of Future Past was kind of based more through Mystique's choices, but yeah, I'd say for the most part, yeah, it's Wolverine.
It's both of them. Because Kitty Pryde uses his body as a vessel to time travel.
I always felt bad about, as big a Wolverine fan as I am, I always felt that he got too much of the spotlight when it comes to the X-Men. There's so many complex characters.
Yeah. I mean, he
at
also
the time they did what they could. I mean,
he also didn't have a big role in Apocalypse. I don't think he was even present in Dark Phoenix.
I don't think he was even in Apocalypse. Oh yeah, he did. He ran out. He escaped.
He was Weapon X in Apocalypse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before we actually get into this, Enosh, how was the Zack Snyder visit?
It was great, man. That's the third time that I've been on a stream with him, and dude, he's just a great guy, man. He's just a really great guy, and a lot of fun. And we're gonna get into that visit a little bit more after this topic. We talk about Dave a little bit, but no, dude, it was great. It was great. It's
I feel bad those trolls. It's just
we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna give my opinions about that in just a few. But like I was saying, like, so with all this Wolverine action stuff, and let's be honest, not all of it has been great. Even the solo Wolverine movies had been hit and miss.
You shut your mouth. They're all perfect. They are perfection. Every one of them.
Get over it.
I'm going to take the liberties of going to the Magic 8 Ball myself then. Magic 8 Ball do you agree with Chris that all of the Wolverine movies are excellent and perfect?
Yes, please don't say yes.
I see that Chris has gotten to the Magic 8 Ball because it says yes, definitely.
God damn it.
There you go.
I'm just saying it's fate, guys.
I mean,
never trust the Magic 8 Ball.
The director's cut of the Wolverine is pretty solid. Logan is amazing. X-Men Origins Wolverine falls apart by the time you get to the
good
third
intentions,
act.
but it just goes to crap.
No, I know it's a horrible movie, but
it's
not
a
bad movie.
It goes from decent to not good to bad real fast.
But you get some great stuff in there. You find out.
You
get the Brotherhood stuff. You get the Koekawatsu line, the story of the Koekawatsu. That's the best part of the movie.
You get introduced to Wade Wilson doing what he does best before he
let's be honest, we wouldn't even have. We're not talking about this without that movie.
Without that movie,
that's
we
fair.
don't have Deadpool.
So, I mean, I gotta give it credit.
That's 100% fair.
We don't have Deadpool without that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. No doubt about that.
Now, I will say this. You are right, Blake, that Ryan wanted to do a road trip movie with Wolverine and Deadpool before Fox was acquired by Disney. So you are right about that. I just don't believe that they had pulled the truckload, the boatload, the whatever cargo load of money up to, Hugh Jackman's house at that point. I'm sure that there was some talk about it that like, oh, we'd love to have him at some point, but he was done. He was done 7 years ago.
I'd like to just say breaking news. The director of Blade has just exited the movie.
We already talked about that.
Oh, God damn it.
Get with the times here. Get with the times.
I've been working, all right?
That's why we have a private chat. Be like, hey, did you guys cover this? Yeah, we did. We did briefly. I actually said that because it came up in the chat, and I said I was going to look into it. I was going to read the article and then maybe do a show on that tomorrow. Like bring it up tomorrow in the show.
Yeah. I will say, given the current news of Wolverine being in Deadpool 3, if you look at all the things that Fox has done with the character, they didn't do one thing, and I think for damn sure, mark my words on this, the one thing I can bet your ass is going to happen is Kevin Feige is going to make damn sure he's in a Wolverine costume.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
No.
Sorry. I'll mark out. You don't even know.
I mean, I guess he would look so bad in that costume. Like, I was okay with them putting it at the end of the movie, but part of me was like, please don't put it on. Don't put on that damn helmet.
See, here's the thing,
Why
man.
are you
Here's the thing.
hating, bro?
I
I'm not
get what
hating,
you're
you
saying.
know
I
it
get
would
what
look
you're saying.
bad.
I get what you, but I don't think it will. I think that if they do, I think that if anybody can do it right, it's them. I think that they could put him in a proper costume, and I think we're just trained to think that way because we've just seen X-Men and Wolverine,
all the
X-Men in
does-
leather for so long because we never really.
In
it didn't
fairness,
start
I would
off
say
right.
they got it right at the end of Apocalypse. They got
Okay,
it.
name me one MCU movie that doesn't have massive amounts of color in it. Feige always works with massive amounts of color.
Well,
everything.
I will also say I don't think he's going to be in the same costume that was cut from the end of the Wolverine. I think they're going to put him in a different suit. That's just my 2 cents, though.
I'd even settle for the black and brown one. Me and Devin were talking about it, or the white and brown, the yellow, the brown, and you know which one I'm talking about.
I think it's going to personally. I think it's going to be the one that they used for the 97 series or the 92 series. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be yellow, blue, and a little bit of red and black.
No, that dude, Vince, I don't. I have my eyes on another Steelbook. Enosh saw it in the Instagram, and I am badgering people about it. I'm waiting for my checks, but I'm getting that Spider-Verse one. It's coming home. That Spider-Verse one's coming home with me.
Oh, that exclusive one that just got revealed today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looks cool.
It is. It's like $46. I'm getting it when a few days, God willing, but put it right over there in that collection. But I do have all 3 Indiana Jones movies, except for the 4th one. Which I know is very difficult to get, but whatever.
I'm sorry. What now? What are you talking about?
I got all 3 of the
the Steelbook. Oh, the Steelbook. Is the 4th one hard to get?
Crystal Skull is apparently very hard to get, that I've heard. But I got walked into Target, and all of a sudden I see, bang, 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 all 3.
You got the 3 that matter. You know,
I want a Crystal Skull. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. It does matter. It matters to me.
It's gonna get a line of dialogue or something.
I'm one of the few people that enjoy that movie. You know, but
it matters to me for collection. But I will.
Eli, you have the link, man. You're in my my private group. That's what it's there for, bro. So, but I will say this, Eli. As much I agree with you. I know it's not going to be a cameo. No, I agree with you. So I mean, like as far as like breaking that down, we already know that's not going to be a cameo. It's not going to be a cameo. He's going to be in it. But I don't agree though that it was in development at Fox
2 years ago.
That Hugh Jackman would be in a Deadpool movie. It was never in development. It was simply that Ryan Reynolds wanted it. He wanted Hugh Jackman, but Hugh Jackman kept turning it down. So it wasn't in development that way. It was just that was what Ryan Reynolds wanted. But yeah, dude, you should have the you're in my private group, dude, so you should have the link, man. So feel free to jump in if you would like to.
I want Bad Boys 1 and 2 with Wolverine and Deadpool. That's what I want. That'd be a great movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, that'd be fine. But look, this is something that nobody expected. This is like nobody expected this to happen. People talked about it. Yes, there were a few people who said, this will happen, they're going to bring him in for the MCU, whatever. I still think the jury's out on whether or not they continue with him in here, because even this video that we just watched, he says, do you want to play him one last time?
I think this is an opportunity for Hugh Jackman to pass the torch to the next Wolverine.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know that we're gonna get him in Secret Wars. Like, look, here's the problem, guys. We got to calm down. We do this with DC stuff all the time, and I think that like it's starting to happen other places too now, where it's like we see one thing and all of a sudden it's like we want it all, and if we don't get
I
it
knew
all,
you were gonna say that, and I agree with you 100%. This is what I look. I'm happy with what we got right now because this is all I've wanted. I'm not worried about Secret Wars yet. I'll worry about Secret Wars when Secret Wars get here. Right now, I just want to be happy about this moment.
So, Chris, I got a question for you then, since you're a massive Wolverine fan and obviously you're pretty hyped for the third Deadpool movie now. Who would you like to see them go up against in Deadpool 3?
Mr. Sinister.
Fuck
and Lady
my God,
Deathstrike, maybe.
thank you. Yes.
Lady Deathstrike and Mr.
Yes.
Sinister.
Yes, Mr. Sinister. Give me John Hamm as Mr. Sinister. Bring that back too, and I will be ecstatic. I will be happy if that happens.
I like what Crime Corgi here says. Deadpool kills Fox Multiverse. Erase that X-Men team from Dark Phoenix. 2015 Fantastic Four, even though it's not in the same universe. That would be
funny.
Hilarious.
Toho
would be hilarious.
There's so many out there though, Phil. I mean, Reavers. Devin brought up Reavers. Omega Red. I want Mr. Sinister, and if we can't have Mr. Sinister, I want Lady Deathstrike. In a perfect world, we get them both.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Mr. Sinister myself because he was teased in Apocalypse, I think. Like he was teased in Apocalypse. John Hamm was like, they flirted with the idea, right? Yep, and then those discussions just kind of they were just left at that discussions, and I'm just like, if you guys want to do X-Men and have introduce the world to the X-Men in a big bad way, and Deadpool as it stands right now, if Deadpool 3 is going to be that first movie that you guys introduce us to the X-Men to, I'm just like, dude, Mr. Sinister, come on, he's like the only other villain that Fox didn't touch, so
just saying, man, but look, just the fact that this is happening, is so cool. Like, and listen, you all know, for those of you who watch the channel any amount of time, that I'm a DC guy, right? That there are certain things in the Marvel universe that I love, but look, I'm a DC guy through and through. But when it comes to Marvel, Spider-Man, I'm on it. A lot of X-Men stuff. I've been on the X-Men stuff left and right. I love the X-Men stuff. I've loved Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Fantastic stuff. Deadpool. If there was ever a character Ryan Reynolds was born to play, it was Deadpool. Loved Deadpool. Even I was ticked off when Wolverine Origins came out and they sewed his mouth shut and he couldn't talk and all that nonsense. I love Deadpool. Look, right there, buddy. Again. So I'll watch Deadpool movies till the end of time, man. You just keep giving me Ryan Reynolds. I don't care, man. Just keep putting him in more Deadpool movies. And I love the fourth wall breaking. I love the fact that they did the white eyes on a character for the first time like that, and it worked. I love his snarkiness. I love all those things. I love the suit. I love that he was in the X-Men universe, but it was kind of all over the place. I love the fact that the helicarrier was in the first one from the MCU, so he's already kind of crossing the lines, blurring the lines between all this stuff, and it's fantastic. So
when he's hitting Negasonic Teenage Warhead on the shoulder, superhero jump. She's gonna do a superhero jump.
Right. So
the best line in that movie was when he's like, "Your pieces are gonna have to go looking for you." He goes, "Ha, good one." Then he breaks the fourth wall. He goes, "That was
literally
a good
watching."
one."
I was literally watching the first Deadpool movie before I came on the stream, and I'm right there with Enosh. I'm not a huge Deadpool fan from the comics. I mean, I'm not at all Rob Liefeld's biggest fan. Anyone who knows me knows that's very much the case, but I adore Ryan Reynolds as an actor, and I'm with Enosh in that if there was ever a character that Ryan Reynolds was born to play, it's absolutely Wade Wilson.
Were you guys doing all this nerd stuff when do you remember when it just leaked that maybe SDCC might have some Deadpool test footage that leaked out on the internet and it broke the internet?
Yes. Well, that's what he used. That's what he used to get it done. They did that test footage and somebody supposedly leaked it, and
And Fox was like, fine, we'll give you $58 million. Go make your Deadpool movie. We won't think twice about it. And what happened? It baked almost $800 million at the box office. And Fox was like, oh, we fucked up.
Yeah, Fox is stupid. They didn't realize that.
They were like, we should have done this fucking years ago. Oh my God. Like they were dumbfounded. And they were like, make a sequel now.
The money in this movie, I think it's going to hit $1 billion. At rated R, it's going to hit $1 billion.
I was a little upset that they changed the song because if you watch the test footage when he pulls the steering wheel and makes the truck start flipping a bunch of times, in this one it's just call me Angel or whatever when it's flipping.
Yes.
But in the test footage, that guy goes, "Oh damn!" And when he turns the thing, he goes, "Damn! I wish I was your love." Remember that Sophie B. Hawkins song?
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
And I was like, that is perfect. That's such a good movie. It's one of those comic book movies that there was no really option to fail because I thought it was going to fail anyway. So everything was just a plus.
Yeah. I will say I just put a poll into the chat. So vote in that right now. And of course that poll is, do you think that Hugh Jackman will just be a cameo in Deadpool 3?
I'm going to go on. It's going to be 2 years from now, but we can remember this. We can always come back to this day. Not only will Hugh Jackman be in the movie as a co-star, he will break the fourth wall as well.
Ooh.
Joker 2 is going to have to move their freaking date.
What's it going up against?
They're like a month apart, I think. So I don't think they have to move much. I think Joker's like
Joker 2. I mean, let's be honest. It's gonna be a little
October 24. Yeah. It's like October 4th or October 24th.
Deadpool win that, dude. With Hugh Jackman in there, Deadpool wins hands down. Like even like if there is any kind of competition on that, Deadpool would win. Joker 2, I think that Warner Brothers has probably put way too much emphasis on thinking that Joker was anything more than just the fact that it struck lightning. It was lightning in a bottle. It was the story. It was the actor. It was what they could do with it at the time. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm sorry, but Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn and doing a musical and stuff like that, it's already shtick. It's already gimmicky to me. And
they're already making it. They've already made it campy.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what people want in a Joker movie. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I don't really watch Joker for musicals. I kind of watch Joker to see demented crap, but okay.
I mean,
deal book over there just for that. Okay.
Like Enosh pointed out, the fact that the first one is so novelty in that it's not a traditional take on the character to begin with. So the fact that Warner Brothers is even bothering making a sequel with the same director, which is fine. And again, this is also Joaquin Phoenix coming back and doing a sequel, which is something he does not do.
I agree.
It's unique in that, but at the same time, it's like you guys really should have just left the first one alone and not pursued a sequel because it very well might blow up in their face.
I love Joaquin Phoenix and I love that Joker movie for what it is. But what it is The Last Comedian and Taxi Driver with clown makeup. That's all it is. You get a little cameo from a young Bruce Wayne. To me, it's not even a DC movie.
Yeah. It's hardly that because it even just kind of yanks little bits and pieces from Batman's lore to even be considered a DC movie in the slightest. Yeah, I guess in the slightest would be the way I would finish
trying
that
to plant a seed like they might be brothers. I was like,
so
come
weird.
on now.
What I can't stand is they're putting so much emphasis on that, but then I'm putting marketing into Black Adam.
Don't get me started on that. You're gonna get a rant out of me. Don't get me started on the marketing for Black Adam. Don't. Okay? I don't even want to hear about Whack Adam right now. All right. I'm going to go see the movie and support it because it's really all Warner Brothers has going for it right now before it sinks. But I don't want to. The marketing is trash. Did you see that cringe promo they put out today?
I like how he says no one on earth can beat him, but fate would stomp him in 0.3 seconds. It's really annoying me. It shouldn't annoy me, but it annoys me.
But let's be honest. I mean, like the only reason that is continuing to just go unchecked is because it's The Rock.
Well, The Rock's going to carry that movie.
I'm sorry. It's a wrestling promo now to The Rock. That's the only thing that pisses me off about it. I've told people because I've gone on my rant about it, right? And I've said, look, I want to see Black Adam, right? Like I got the toys. You know, like I'm fine with it. I think he looks great as Black Adam. I'm good with that.
costumes
I
look
think
amazing.
I've got some concern about his acting as Black Adam because he just sounds like The
Dwayne
Rock.
Johnson.
Yeah, he just sounds like Dwayne Johnson.
Here's the
just
best way I
talking,
can
right?
put it, Josh. He's a villain with The Rock. Always, his persona is a good guy, and he can't seem to break out of that good guy mode. I'm not buying him as a villain. Okay?
Well, and I will
this is
say
the guy
this
who
too.
took on
This-
Shazam
this-
and Superman at the same time.
Yeah, and this is great. This is actually great transition into our talk about scoopers and stuff like that, because this thing of like, you know, that the scene that we've seen now over and over again, right, and talked about that, you know, he's like, no one on this planet will, you know, can beat me or whatever, and people are like, oh, and it's Superman, and like, you know, Superman's gonna say this and that, blah 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 blah, you know, and it's like it's at the end of the movie. That makes no sense for it to be in the the post credit for Black Adam to say nobody on this planet can beat me. I mean, is he going to be an anti-hero and like we know that he's fighting the villain, right? So we know that Sabak. So we know that him and the JSA are going to have to somehow come together.
Okay, the
right?
villain looks dope, though. You know, I'll admit.
No, I'm not
villain
saying
looks
that. No,
dope.
you know, that's the problem with it is that it looks cool, but the
They
problem.
worked hard on this for nothing. It feels like.
But the thing is that no, I don't think they didn't work for nothing. I'm just saying, like, with the people who are like, and this is again my transition into this thing about it's all kind of connected, which is the weird thing about this, right? In some way, every story that we have tonight is kind of connected because you know, if that is the end credit scene where he's like, nobody on this planet can beat me or, you know, or defeat me, where is Black Adam's mindset then at the end of this movie? You know,
I don't
like
know. The Dr. Fate speech in the trailer makes it look like he has to make a choice. Big dub reactions. I do agree. The Rock got big because he was a heel, but everybody liked him so much he couldn't stay a heel. The most he could be was an anti-hero, just like Stone Cold.
He became a heel in 03, but he was still so freaking hilarious that no one could really tell that he was a heel.
Yeah, he's one of those heels. He's one
It's
of the
really
heels
hard
that you
to
love.
not like that guy. You know,
There are some heels that you love, right? And and that was definitely Dad Dude Vince here. Dad Dude Vince with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Says you mean bland, Adam?
I don't think it's gonna bomb. I think the movie will be successful.
I don't think it's gonna bomb.
And the trailer looked
I don't
dope.
either.
The
I
trailer
think-
looked dope. You got Hawkeye and Hawkman or whatever. It looks dope, you know. But I don't know, Phil. I mean, what was that? Was that me?
No, but nope. It's me. Phil, did you have something that you were gonna add before I bring in our next guest?
Yeah, I was just going to say that in regards to your comment regarding whether or not Dwayne Johnson is just playing himself or not, I think of the three actors who are former wrestlers. You know, you've got Dave Bautista, Dwayne Johnson, and John Cena. That's the order I rank them in terms of range and being able to act. Because obviously Dwayne Johnson has a very comedic side, just a lot of his roles. John Cena, to me, feels like he's just doing himself in every role that he's been in. And then you've got Dave Bautista, who's clearly shown that he can showcase some sense of range, for sure.
Yeah, have you guys seen that newest trailer for the
Have
new?
you seen the M Night Shyamalan trailer?
Fantastic. Looks great. But when it comes to Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam, I'm really hoping that the marketing isn't showing us what is all there with him, but it very well could be the case. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though, John Cena, I'm not a fan of John Cena, but I'll be honest with you, John Cena could overtake him in acting ability. Maybe not in box office draw. Maybe not in box office draw, right? Like that. But as far as like acting ability, if John Cena pushes himself to actually do roles that take him outside of that, you know,
AKA Peacemaker.
Yeah. Well, okay. We got a couple of guys. We got a guy and we got a lady that we're gonna bring in. Ladies and gentlemen, the lounge is in full effect here. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Devin. What's up, Devin?
Yo, what's up? It's been a while.
It has been a while, brother. Good to see you, my friend. And then also, ladies and gentlemen, making her way into the lounge. She kicks butt. She takes no names. And I got to say that one of my students at the school reminds me so much of her that I've literally had this conversation with this girl. because she's got the attitude, she's got the personality, and somebody I love. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss Lady Deadpool herself, Saggy Melons. What's up, Saggy?
Whoa, what up, peoples? I mean, hello, everybody. I wasn't gonna come on because Broden's ass is here, but you know, I figured I'd suck it up because
I knew that was coming.
Where is the sassy? Where is the sassy? I want her. I want her to kiss me on the mole. On the mole, right there on the mole, right there. Well, somebody's stream must have gotten done, huh? Because here's Anthony as well. Everybody pops in, right?
Trashman's here.
I was playing GTA, and then I was like, y'all want to talk about Deadpool. Deadpool is like my favorite thing in the universe. And I was like, I can't not talk about Deadpool all night.
I gotta ask you guys a question. That I think this for everybody new coming in, I want you guys to give your opinion. I want to hear your thoughts about this. But then also I want to add a little something here to this. First of all, our poll right now sits at: do you think that Hugh Jackman will just be a cameo in Deadpool 3? 78% of you say no. 22% of you say yes. You think that Hugh Jackman will just be a cameo.
22% of you guys clearly do not pay attention that the literal poster has Wolverine's claws slashed through it, which means Wolverine is going to be more about this story than you think. Otherwise, they wouldn't have teased Wolverine so early. So Wolverine is definitely going to have a more than a cameo. He is going to be probably the focus of the part of the focus of the film. It's going to be like a team up with Wolverine and Deadpool. Y'all are tripping.
Yeah. No, I agree. But you know, hey, and here in just a minute we'll put out another poll. But that being said, I gotta ask the question.
If these spells.
Yes. Well, we know that. But no. So our so like you said, we got one of our topics here. You know, so is it time for The Rock? We get this huge announcement, and this has been my problem with the MCU versus the DCU, the DCEU. DC announces it's going to do multiverse, right? Takes way too long, does not actually get to execute on it, and here comes the MCU. Here comes the MCU, just overtakes it on your left. And just overtakes them. It's like, hey, we're going to do our multiverse thing, and we're going to be almost done, if not done, with their multiverse, thing. By the time the DC universe even gets there, once again, making it look like the DC universe is behind. We've heard, well, I know it is, but here's the thing. We've also heard all this talk about The Rock. The Rock is bringing in Henry Cavill. He's gonna save it all. He's bringing us our Superman back. He's bringing us the team up we've wanted. He's bringing back a character that we've wanted so bad. And then literally Ryan Reynolds just sits on a couch and goes, hey, you want to do another Wolverine movie? Yeah, okay, cool. And again,
breaks the internet.
Number one trending. Proving Marvel supremacy.
But that's the thing, right? Is that I would say I think the reason why Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine is such a big deal is because even though the X-Men movies were watchable, let's be real, it was all about Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. If it wasn't for Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, those movies would be ASS badly, because like he was the focus point. That's why he got all of the movies after the fact, until he retired in Logan. So when it comes to like DC, like we're used to characters and actors coming in and out of the roles. How many people have played Superman? Wolverine and Hugh Jackman was the first, and for the most part, most people can only see Hugh fill those shoes until they somehow manage to find somebody else. So yeah, when it comes to like what's the biggest hype right now, Henry Cavill coming back as Superman or Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine after he already retired the role in Logan, that to me is a much bigger deal.
It's a big deal, but I honestly think that if The Rock is sitting on this, now is the time for DC and Warner Brothers to make that announcement. If you're bringing back Superman, let people know and get butts in the seats.
DC don't say nothing. DC never says nothing, dude. They don't. It's stupid.
They're probably not gonna say anything until after Black Adam, and that's only if Superman's in the movie to begin with, because then at that point it's all but confirmed that Henry Cavill would come back and do the role for not only just a cameo in Black Adam, but more than likely a Superman solo film that will follow sometime after that.
Phil. I mean, if he's even going to be a cameo in Black Adam, they need to announce it now.
I disagree with that, because I think that, like, and I talked about this earlier, like, the reason why the internet broke on this announcement is because, I mean, yeah, it's Hugh Jackman. There's a whole lot of esteem for his role. He played Wolverine for 17 years, and he went out on top, on the absolute top that you could be as an actor. Like, he had his Shakespeare moment where, the curtains dropped and he comes out, he bows, and they're throwing roses to him and all of that. That was his exit on Logan. Masterpiece of a movie. Masterpiece of a movie. What was that?
You said he would throw roses. I said, that's your panties at him. Take him, Hugh Jackman. Take him. I love Hugh Jackman. Sorry.
I still cry every time I watch it.
Me too.
Oh my God,
it's a great movie. So, like, when he comes back and he's announced in this, this manner, yeah, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of energy, because it's not, and also a part of it is that, but it's also like, oh, X-Men, like the face of X-Men for the past 20 years or so,
exactly,
in the MCU. Like, this is so, like, that's what created that moment today that broke the internet. There could be, and it's because it came out of left field. Like, they didn't bury it in a D23 announcement. Like, the very beginning of that video was Ryan Reynolds saying, "Wish we could have been at D23." Blah blah blah. No reason why he couldn't have been. They just didn't want to step on the momentous occasion with all those other announcements that was at D23. Very much so a marketing decision. Like,
Devin, you forgot something though.
What's up?
It's not just the Hugh Jackman. It's also the excitement that they're actually bringing in Deadpool, the X-Men, into the MCU, since they haven't had the copyrights for so long. That's also the big hype too.
Yeah. But like the main thing I'm trying to get at is, I think that if Superman is in Black Adam, the best pop that DC could get from that isn't to, like, announce it as like oh, look at us, we've got something special too, like obvious reaction to Marvel stuff, like, a day or a week or so after that. The biggest pop they can get for that is by not saying shit about it and surprising people in the theaters, because then that's going to make people go, oh shit, it's really in there. It's really there. He's there. He's in his suit. You see his face and all that sort of stuff. And then people will start going to the theaters to see it. It'll create its own moment. It's all about manufacturing a moment. All of this is just manufacturing a moment. And the question is, what's the best way to manufacture a moment? With Marvel, it was sitting out D23 for their Deadpool Wolverine announcement. And they found a very soft spot in movie news coverage, basically, where not a whole lot's going on, and they dropped it and owned everything. So, DC, if they have something, I don't know about the validity of Superman being in Black Adam, but if that's true, then they're going to have to find a way to maximize that announcement. And the best way, since the movie is like a month out or so, the best way to do that is just to wait till the movie comes out and shock people in theaters.
Yeah. I mean, they're also talking about having Henry Cavill make a cameo in The Flash as well. So there's also that possibility.
So that's all that's going back and forth, right? And that was one of I love how pretty much every story we have tonight kind of like flows so well.
Yeah, they're all cohesive
to each other, right? They're all so cohesive, because first of all, you got the Wolverine story, right? That's a huge story. That leads into the question. I just put the poll in there again. Should The Rock just announce Henry Cavill at this point? Now that Hugh Jackman has been announced for Deadpool, the cat's out of the bag. Marvel has just kind of let it out, and they're doing it. Do you think that The Rock should just announce Cavill so people know what to expect, so it can start some hype? It can start a hype train for it, because let's be honest, like, even the thought of Henry Cavill possibly being at Comic-Con and the thought of Henry Cavill possibly being in this movie is what is like the buzz, right? So, like, if you say that, does that do it? Or do you agree with Devin that no, let it be a surprise? Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm on the fence about it, because part of me goes, yeah, I want to be surprised, but I don't know that at this point if it's even going to feel like a surprise to me. So I kind of feel like, look, just let it out. If it is, just say, look, it is. He's in the movie. Let's get it. Let's know that Henry Cavill is back. What we have to look for. That's been my biggest gripe actually as a DC fan, is not knowing what the hell's going on at any time, because we don't know who's in these movies. There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of YouTubers out there who say this person's in this movie, this person's in this movie, these people are in this movie, and we don't know if it's really true. It's all of us talking about it and speculating about it, but so that goes there. But you just brought up the fact, Saggy, that like the Henry Cavill thing. So you got people like Sill, and I'm gonna say names. Look, I'm not being derogatory towards anybody. I'm just stating my opinion. I have gone on record many times as saying I do not buy into the scoop game. I don't really respect the scoop game because I think that it's fruitless. I don't think that it does anything but help the scooper. It just feeds the scooper's ego, even if they're right, even if they have some kind of something. It's just all about them. It doesn't really do anybody else any good to have scoops, except for the fact that we're all nerds and we want to talk about the stuff. I get it, right? But at the same time, so you had Sill and Mikey talking about, yeah, Henry Cavill's back, he's in everything, and it's gonna happen and stuff. And you literally had Grace Randolph saying, no, it's not going to happen, which Grace also has been telling everybody.
She flip-flops.
Well, she flip-flops for sure, Anthony. Last year she was all like, yeah, I've been hearing the Snyderverse is coming back, guys. Go out there, like, support this thing. The Snyderverse is coming back. And then it
Zack Snyder for Wonder Woman 3.
Was you horrible Snyder fans? You guys just, you ruin everything. The Snyderverse isn't coming back. You need to just accept it and move on. And then all of a sudden it was...
And then in January, she was like, oh, Ben Affleck doesn't want to come back. Henry Cavill isn't being invited back. And it's like, well, tough shit, lady.
She got really mad actually about the Henry Cavill stuff, man.
She got mad.
She was rude about it. She was just like, Henry Cavill's not coming back. You all need to get over it. People were like, even like, what do you got against Henry Cavill, for God's sake, and so there was that.
Did he date Jessica Chastain or something?
But here's the thing. Now she's saying, hey, guys, if you want more Snyderverse, go see Shazam. Or go see Shazam. Go see Black Adam. Go see The Flash. To which I say, yeah, go see those movies anyways if you want to see them. Right? It doesn't matter. But the thing is, it's like, now you're telling people to go do this. So this is the problem with the scoop game, guys. And this is no disrespect against Sill and Mikey. But here's the thing. And I'm saying this as nicely as I can.
Total disrespect.
Here's the thing. There are some things that have been said that I don't agree with at all. But I feel like everybody who's like, I run into it at least a couple times a week. Somebody saying online or something like that their scoops have been verified, that they're 100%. They are not 100%. First of all, not in any stretch of the imagination. And then when stuff gets proven wrong, I mean, dude, you guys said that Henry Cavill was coming to
Comic-Con.
You said that he was showing up in Comic-Con.
Then they pushed it to fandom. That didn't even happen.
I know. And that's the thing. Is like, well, then he's coming to fandom. Well, it's not even happening now. So what is it, guys? And and this is the problem. And look, if you got something right, get it right. I'll gladly say yes, you got it right. But when you just jump around and it looks like and it sounds like you just throw a bunch of spaghetti at the wall and you hope something sticks, then I start to lose faith in that, and I start to lose respect for that, because now I feel like you're just telling people what they want to hear. So my next question is, because you got these three here because of the Henry Cavill thing. Grace a couple weeks ago was like, no, he's not coming. Well, then somebody literally like put in a link to like one of Sill's things, and now she's all like, yeah, now Henry Cavill's back, everybody's back, now everybody's reporting it is 100% fact, yes, Henry Cavill's coming back, yet still no announcement. So that's my question to you. It's in the poll right now. Should The Rock just go ahead and announce it?
I kind of have to agree with Devin, because like I said before, Henry Cavill being, a big actor, a big name, I love him in The Witcher and stuff. I don't think he has, like, that general audience excitement. But also I think that if it's just a cameo, because this is a little different, right? Because we're talking about Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine, probably doing more than a cameo, as opposed to Henry Cavill coming in as a cameo, because the focus is going to be Black Adam. So where is Superman going to really be put in other than a cameo? I don't think they should announce it if it's true, because it does ruin the surprise, the excitement for when Henry Cavill, if he's in it, when he shows up. If they know it prior, it's not going to be exciting, because now it's not the focus. It's a cameo. So I don't think that they should announce cameos, because the whole point of cameos is to kind of get people excited to see a character that they didn't expect to see in a movie or TV show. So if they announce it, it'll ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, true.
Man, I like The Rock. Like, if he doesn't get Henry Cavill, I will call him a failure. Simple. If he doesn't get him,
at any other time,
I'm sick of tired the headless cameos like over and over. It's like, oh my
I love
God,
being
stop it.
surprised. I do. And at any other time, I'd be like, I want to be surprised. But we're hearing about Warner Brothers might be $50 billion in debt. There's
That's a lot
that
of money.
stupid lawsuit
Jesus
thing
Christ.
coming out. They need this movie to succeed. And word of
They need all
mouth
their
may not
movies to
do
succeed.
it. Word of
They
mouth
need
may not
all
be
their
enough.
movies to succeed.
You know, oh, don't spoil the surprise. Maybe you don't need a surprise this time. Maybe you need to just let people know, hey, look, Superman's back. And that gets you a few hundred more million.
But Chris, he's not coming back for a big like part. Like, if he was coming back as part of the storyline, like as part of the core storyline, then sure, yeah, say, hey, Superman's back. But if he's just doing like a post-credit scene, or he's just gonna be there towards the end, like, why get people hyped up to see Henry Cavill back in the Superman suit if he's not going to be a prominent figure for the storyline? Like, if he's not like, you know, and on top of that, he also might have a cameo in the Flash, which makes sense, because I mean, it's the Flash, it's going to be like a Flashpoint story anyway, so it makes sense to have a cameo there. But like, I heavily disagree that they should announce it, because it just, again, it doesn't do anything for the story. It's just a little nod to the character, get people excited towards like a certain part of the movie. So I don't think that would be the smart move. I think.
Well, my sources tell me, I'm kidding. I don't have any sources. I'm just-
well, what I think DC should do is, everything they've done so far has been a big F up. I'm just gonna say it. They've been effing up lately with the whole decision of canceling a bunch of shows. Even though I wasn't excited for Batgirl, I still thought it was stupid to cancel it. They already shot it. They should have just released it and see what happens. Especially if Michael Keaton was making an appearance in it, you know, and Batgirl would have tied in
the movie.
all. Right, and Batgirl would have tied in some of the storylines that we would be getting afterwards. It doesn't make sense what DC's doing. So them doing this would just be like, it might get a certain fan base excited, but like we're talking about general audience, and this is what a lot of these production companies, when they're making their movies, they are thinking of the fans, but not to the level of degree that they should be. They're mostly thinking about the general audience, because they want more seats. They already know they have the fans' money. They need to get other people's money. And how do they do that? By coming out with movies and trying to hope that people who are general audiences get excited. That, yeah, it's for the fans, but don't forget, they need that general audience money.
Well, and a lot of that general audience money, like when it comes to like blockbusters and stuff, the general audience enthusiasm is seeded by the fans. So they do need fans to give that initial pop. So again, it's all about what's the best way to create a moment, because a moment is what creates that pop. Right. Like when you have a moment and all the fans are like, oh my God, I can't believe it, blah, 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 and their hair's on fire over what they just saw, then the general audience people see that. And they're like, oh, those guys are going crazy about that shit. I wonder what's going on over there. And then that's what gins up that interest. It might be that Black Adam is a good enough movie to do well by itself. We don't know.
I think it's going to do well. I really do, man. It's a DC property.
I mean,
it's
it's
The
The
Rock in it.
It's The Rock.
I
But
said
the thing,
800 million, somewhere in there.
6 or 7. Oh, maybe 5.
Well, I would say it probably would top out around maybe 5 or 6. But like, you know, it could, but even that's still good. Like, it could do well without all of the other stuff, right?
You just gotta disagree with me, Devin. You just always gotta disagree with me.
I will say,
I'm
I'll
so
disagree
sick of your shit, man.
I'll disagree with Devin a little bit because Devin, you worked in the game industry, so you know that like fans of certain franchises, they're already in. Like if you make a movie based on something the fans are already in, like for good example, Resident Evil on Netflix. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I will watch every Resident Evil film, TV show, even if it sucks, I will watch it because I'm that dedicated fan. And those are the people they already know they got. And those are the people I'm talking about, is the ones that will watch it regardless if it's good, regardless if it sucks. They're going to watch it just because they're fans of it. But you're right to an extent, like they need those fans to get hype, to hype it up so that it gets the general audience curious now because they're wondering why everyone's excited about something. And then they jump on the bandwagon and become fans. So it is like partial that you're right. But I also feel like, again, they're mostly catering to the general audience because they already know the fans are invested. They already know they have the fans' money and they know the fans are going to show up.
Yeah, that's
I can't
true.
really disagree.
That's true. Although it is kind of tough to say they're catering to the general audience with characters that the general audience has no familiarity with. Like, people don't know who Black Adam is, or the Justice Society, or any of those.
They know The Rock.
They know who.
But they've done that,
but
right? But that's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. Perfect example of that, right? Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. Not a lot of anime fans would have known. Like, only anime fans would have understood and knew what Ghost in the Shell was. But like, they also casted Scarlett Johansson, was a huge controversy. I understood why though, because unfortunately there are not enough big A-list celebrities that were of Asian descent that they could have cast in their prime. Like they could have gone with Lucy Liu, but she's a little too older now, so they went with Scarlett Johansson because Scarlett Johansson was on the but I'm saying Scarlett Johansson was on the rise after her role as Black Widow. So they casted her in Ghost of the Shell, expecting those fans of Scarlett Johansson to show up for the Ghost of the Shell movie. And a lot of general people did go see it, having no clue what Ghost of the Shell was or the history behind it. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I say, yeah, they will introduce new characters, but they'll cast actors to get the general audience excited. That's what they do. That's how they introduce them. I don't care about Black Adam, to be perfectly honest with you, but I do like The Rock, so I might go see it just because I want to see what The Rock does. You know, that's what I'm saying when I say the general audience and how they cater to it. They make these movies knowing that the general audience has no idea what they are, but what do? They cast celebrities that they'll recognize to play the roles.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Most people who the normies who come in to see Black Adam, they're coming in to see The Rock. They don't know who Black Adam is. They're just seeing The Rock, and they're like, "Hey, The Rock looks really cool in this costume. I don't know what this is about, but you know, it's a superhero movie, and he hasn't been in one yet, and I want to see that."
You got the three-way split too, guys. Like he's got a three-way crossover going. You got people that are going just because he's The Rock and they like The Rock's movies. They got people going because it's a DC property and it's Shazam's arch enemy. It's Black Adam, and you got the WWE people that will come over from the old school. You got a triple threat there.
That is true.
Don't forget the Black Adam fans. That's 4.
And it will still only do about 600-700 million.
You think so?
And then there is a fraction of the audience who are 007 fans, and they're probably going to see Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Don't count out the Pierce Brosnan.
The MILF demographic.
But that's what I'm saying. They will cast actors that people are familiar with, known actors, people who have their own fan base, and they'll expect those people to come in. That's why they make them with these actors. Like I said, Ghost in the Shell, perfect example. There was a huge controversy because Scarlett Johansson was a white woman. And I understood why, because being an anime fan of Ghost in the Shell
all the time.
Yeah. And that's why they do it. And then they get mad. I'm like, no, they're not doing it because they're whitewashing or anything. They're doing it because they need a celebrity that will fill the seats, and Scarlett Johansson, being Scarlett Johansson, is going to fill those seats.
Like Keanu with Constantine too.
Didn't they cast like Christian Bale to play like Moses or something, or Noah in one of those movies?
Yeah, it was
Christian Bale was Moses.
Yeah, Exodus something from Ridley Scott. Yeah.
Yep, and Christian
Gods
Bale.
of Egypt,
Christian
Jamie
Bale
Lannister,
was
and King Leonidas. From
Yeah.
300.
The Gods of Egypt one was even worse because who was that? That was
Gerard Butler and whoever plays Jamie Lannister.
I mean, come on.
Gerard Butler. Sorry,
Look, there are some castings like that I look at. Look, I'm not big on being worried too much about who's playing what, but But look, when you have roles that are obviously people of color, or it's historically one way. Look, I don't want us to go back to the days of watching what's his name, John Wayne, playing an Asian man, or
Genghis Khan. He was Genghis Khan. Oh my God, John.
Yeah,
Wayne.
and was it who was the little guy who was in what movie was that? Oh gosh, he plays the little
Breakfast at Tiffany's. You're thinking of Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah. Mickey Rooney, man, as like this Asian guy, and that was like so bad. So I don't want to go back to those days, but then again, like people are so pissed off that the Little Mermaid's black, and it's like, who cares? Does it really matter?
I'm more pissed off. Disney just keeps making live action versions of stuff. It's like, dude, we get it. You guys had hits back in the day. Not everything needs a damn live action adaptation. Although I did like Aladdin. I'm sorry. I thought Will Smith did a pretty decent role. He had big shoes to fill. And I think he filled them not completely, but it was decent enough. But I'm so tired of Disney doing live action adaptation. Please stop ruining my childhood.
I don't know why they're making a freaking prequel to Lion King. I mean, don't get me wrong, Barry Jenkins, phenomenal director, but at the same time, it's like, why that one specifically?
Probably because the director pitched it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, if he wanted, the director pitched you something and was like, okay, go ahead, whatever.
Last one made $1 billion for sure.
I didn't care for Lion King 2.
I did.
Lion King 1 was good enough. Then they did Lion King 2, and I was like, I mean, you can't capture the same magic.
I mean, I like Jon Favreau as much as the next person, but I would probably say that Lion King is probably one of the lower tier films in his catalog.
Well, he was from a Mandalorian and Lion King at the same time, so probably.
Well, they killed Mufasa. They killed Darth Vader like again. That was traumatic. I love Lion King because listen, any movie that makes me cry like a baby gets a good stamp approval. Because like if you make me feel, you did good, and that Lion King makes you feel, and that's the thing that makes me angry. Because like why would you try to remake that in live action? And like I didn't feel in Lion King the live action. I just felt pissed because I'm like, y'all should have just let it die.
Yeah, because that was the problem, right? Like, with the initial movie that came out in 92, there was emotion conveyed through the animation. When you just literally copy and paste the film itself in a live action form, you literally just get a bunch of CGI animals just doing everything all over again, but with less emotion, if not no emotion at all. So it didn't work, but it somehow still made $1 billion at the box office.
Right. Jungle Book. I don't know how. The weird part is, right? Did you see the live action of Jungle Book? Because the way the animals were so much better.
I saw that one called Mowgli or whatever. That thing was pretty dope.
Christian Bale was Bagheera in that, if I'm not mistaken. He was Bagheera in the live action Jungle Book movie. It was either that one or the Mowgli one.
I actually liked the live action Jungle Book, and Favreau did that one.
Did he do that? I thought he did that one.
Yeah,
but that's why I'm confused, because the Jungle Book animals were more emotionally animated, even though they were live action, than Lion King. And I'm like, how could you do Jungle Book with the animals having personality and expression, but then you do the Lion King, which is all about animals, and you didn't even use the same technology at all?
It has to be CG. You can't get a real lion.
But that's what I'm saying, is that they could have taken the book from Jungle Book with the animals there, because it was with animals and people, and then this is a whole movie with just animals, and they didn't even utilize or go back and say, hey, look how good Jungle Book looked with the animals. Why couldn't we incorporate that in Lion King? And it would have been fine. But I don't know who was in that staff meeting that effed up, because oof.
Yeah.
But
looking at here the poll, we'll go ahead and end it. But should The Rock go ahead and announce Henry Cavill is back? 68% of you say yes. 32% of you say no. Very, very interesting.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. As the movie comes out. But before we move on, because we are going to transition, and it all transitions well, trust me. But I found this little treasure for those of you who are Ric Flair fans, and we all know that anytime somebody joins the membership, we do one of these.
They get a woo.
They get a woo. But I think I got a new one, guys. Check this one out.
Please try to get the good one.
Check this one.
I wish you got the one with
This ain't your grandfather's boner pill. That's because only Monifers offers a unique 3-in-1 custom compounded
What the hell?
Great job, Rick. I'll take that.
Tag, you want to take half and go ham?
Go to newimagemedical.com.
This ain't your grandfather's boner pill.
Is this Oxy? It's Oxy.
That might be the
right?
greatest thing
Or
I've
is it
ever heard
Viagra?
Ric Flair say.
I call test dummy.
Is that Viagra?
It's
No,
kind of Viagra.
it's Ric Flair Viagra, so it's the shit.
It's
probably
what?
laced with cocaine.
Probably
or
gonna
some
make
shit.
you shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you shit. You take
It's
it.
probably got Ric Flair's blood mixed in it.
Probably.
I mean, you're gonna be up.
Oh.
gonna ride Space Mountain real quick.
It's got Ric Flair's blood in it. I would not. And all of a sudden, you take it, you start wooing. You don't know why. What's going on? I can't stop it. Woo!
It's got It's got a little different disclaimer. It says if you got a boner for 4 days, seek medical attention. The whole
I wouldn't
point is to have a
know.
boner for 4 days.
If you don't have a boner for 4 days, it didn't work.
Exactly.
That's why.
I like how the ad itself wasn't on the nose enough, so they had to have the logo actually get erect, like the mountain was getting hard itself.
Sorry, we got another guest. Music's starting.
Yeah, we got one more guest coming in before I make my transition to the next thing here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since he's been here. Whoops, where'd my music go?
He's boomering.
We'll just put some new music in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show,
Nice.
Mr. Eli Gray. What's up, Mr. Eli?
What's up, PL crew? How is everyone?
Good, man.
No,
how does the audio sound? I pulled out the nice audio section. Like,
You sound good.
excellent.
You sound good. You sound
Saggy,
good.
we finally get to talk. We only type at each other.
I know it's been forever since I seen you. How have you been, kind sir?
I'm hiding from all the
Hiding
crazy
from who?
DC fans.
I got your back. You point me in the direction. I got you.
Just kidding. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Doing well.
Right.
Okay, so here's my next thing because it all goes together, folks. I swear everything.
I want an answer on this.
Everything's working together. So, you got the scoopers. You got everything else. A little thing that was said was that about James Gunn was that there was a scoop that apparently they're doing a new Suicide Squad. They're developing a new Suicide Squad with Will Smith. You talked about Will Smith there, Saggy.
With David Ayer, yeah.
That Will Smith is coming back, and not only that, but they're getting rid of James Gunn stuff, and they're just going to bring in David Ayer to go ahead and do it. And
they're not going to do that. Oh my god!
Did the
And Will
Scoopers
Smith
forget-
will be the lead character to go against Black Adam and lead the Suicide Squad.
Did the
Yeah.
Scoopers forget that Will Smith has been on a little hiatus after he slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars? Did they forget that, like, right now, Will Smith is
You know what else they
Well, he's
forgot?
not working?
He announced some projects.
You know what else they forgot?
Yeah,
They forgot
but
that
he's
David
not
Ayer is
really-
shooting a movie right now.
Wait,
Hey,
is
shooting
this
a
actually
movie,
legit? Or are you guys just trolling Saggy?
No, that someone really said that. They scooped that. They said, and they said that Deadshot.
No, that was real. I saw that.
Oh yeah,
and they said that
I'm gonna
Deadshot-
actually share the actual tweet here. So yeah, because it was tweeted at James Gunn. So James Gunn was officially asked the question,
Shout to
and
Yara.
and he had an answer to it, and it's right here.
James Gunn.
So Yara Wayne here asked at James Gunn, is any of this real? And you had the original says, now Mikey Sutton is saying Warner Brothers Discovery wants a Suicide Squad 3 with Will Smith leading, but they don't want it to follow James Gunn's version. After all that they put into James Gunn's version, after the fact that we got Peacemaker Season 1 that was a huge hit, Peacemaker Season 2 is on the way, like James Gunn is developing all kinds of new stuff over at Warner Brothers. Also, James Gunn we're going to talk about this in just a minute because it
How does that
transitions
make
to our
any
next thing.
logical sense?
But James Gunn is literally featuring in the animated series Harley Quinn this year, like as a big deal that they have James Gunn on there. all this stuff. But no, they're going to totally do away with James Gunn because they don't want James Gunn anymore. They're going to bring in David Ayer back, which, look, I want the Ayer cut. I'd love to see the Ayer cut. I respect David Ayer. But here's the thing. Again, scoopers, don't tell people just the stuff that they want to hear. Okay? So don't do that.
I don't even get who wants to hear that. Who wants to hear that
Literally
David
no
Ayer
one.
is going to remake or make a sequel to Suicide Squad?
Dude,
after James Gunn already made a pretty good Suicide Squad and Peacemaker show.
I'm just telling you, dude, there are people who this is what they want. They don't care how it's done. They don't care that David Ayer has talked about how him and James Gunn are friends. They don't care. We're going to talk about in a minute the Dave Pena stuff and how it's on there, and they're mad at Dave over the Zack Snyder stuff. Yet they don't care that Zack and James Gunn are friends. They don't care about all this. Even David Ayer himself last year took to the internet to make it very clear to everyone that he supported James Gunn, that he supported James Gunn's movie, that he had no ill will or bad feelings about it at all, and people are still losing their mind. But
Can I
again,
ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
Is this coming from people that are like contrarians that are just still holding on to a bunch of weird stuff like
Snyderverse fans? Sorry.
Yeah, no. Well,
hold on. Are you saying that these scoopers are contrarians?
Yes. Absolutely.
By the way, I also want to add before you go into this, like, it'd be one thing if David Ayer, James Gunn, Zack Snyder, all these guys that are making these movies for a property that they don't own and have not created themselves doing this stuff. But, like, they're all directing and producing properties that are owned, and many other directors before them have done these properties. I mean, for Suicide Squad, it was different because it was the first time we've had a Suicide Squad, and David Ayer is the first one to do it. But remember, David Ayer didn't create the Suicide Squad. He just wrote a script about characters that already exist. It's somebody else's story that he just made into a movie. So when people are getting mad over different directors doing properties that they don't friggin' own and they didn't write, like, shut the F up. It's not that serious. It would be one thing if David Ayer created the Suicide Squad and then they gave that property to some other director to make, but that's not the case. So relax.
Like, that's why I want to scream with you, because I always agree with these takes.
It's just weird.
It's so logical.
Like, I can understand.
I learned something on Dave Pena's show a couple of weeks ago, that if I turn my camera off, it sounds like I'm doing something else.
That's possible.
When are you getting that Rockstar sponsor?
Are you trying to tube in yourself?
Please pass the weed.
Sounds like it sounds like he's hitting a bong. It definitely sounds like he's hitting a bong.
Yes, we all know
Why
that.
does it sound like that though? Why do you sound like that?
Because he's slurping it.
He's slurping
Why
a
are you, hold on, I'm gonna try to slurp it. Hold on. Oh, can I slurp? Hold on. Let's see if it sounds like when I do it.
Oh, Saggy, stop it. You know you know.
Saggy, you know you can slurp.
Don't tell them you're trying to Copperfield.
That's gargling. That's not slurping.
Girl doesn't care.
I mean, look, Saggy.
Saggy,
if you want to slurp and then gargle, I'm fine with that. But you know,
I don't know how. I tried to slurp, but I couldn't. I don't know what's wrong with my body.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Oh, it's nothing wrong with your body.
How are you doing? Oh, that's so bizarre.
I can't slurp my energy drink. What the fudge?
I don't even
How
know
do you
if that's
slurp? How do you do that?
I think that has something to do with his heavy metal background and being able to hit those high notes.
Oh my god, the mic.
I'm kissing now. What the hell is that sound? Kissing.
Or he did bird calls. He is in Michigan. You know, they have a lot of
Do I
birds
not
up there
have
that
a
go
lot
to
of
the
fluid
woods
in my
on
mouth or
Saturdays.
something? Oh god, I better stop talking.
do you need some more fluid in your mouth?
No, stop! I did. Oh my god.
Wow.
I set myself
Don't you
up
love
for that
being the
one. I'm
only
so
lady,
sorry.
Saggy?
Just asking
Oh my
the question.
god.
I wasn't saying anything. I was just asking the question if you needed more fluid.
I don't know how to do it. That's so weird. I was trying and I'm like, why can't I slurp my drink like a freaking normal human being?
I could. Never mind.
Sure. Okay. So so here was the question that was asked. I realized I didn't have it up on here because apparently I missed the setting where it's like it automatically goes in. It's making me put it in, so I forgot. So Yara Wayne here said, at James Gunn, is any of this real? And then the question was from Gray Harden. Now Mikey Sutton is saying Warner Brothers Discovery wants a Suicide Squad 3 with Will Smith leading, but they don't want it to follow James Gunn's version. He said Ayer is the front runner to direct it. Survey says James Gunn comes and goes, it's not. It's not.
I love how he typed 2 words, and it got so many likes.
Yeah, because it destroyed the credibility of certain scoopers that have been feeding people bullshit lines for years now.
And listen, but those people who support them will say that it's because it's James Gunn that I have literally heard tonight that the reason why we who were on the vodka stream this last week with Zack Snyder, with Ray Porter, we were watching our friend Scott McClellan open up a Darkseid statue. Okay, that's why we were there. That's the only reason we were there. We weren't there to do anything else. Yeah, but we were just there to watch our friend open up this awesome thing that he got, and that's why we were there. And I love the fact that Dave, we can like go into both things, because Dave just sends Zack an invitation, because I love the fact that Dave has that ability to just send Zack an invitation. It wasn't an interview. It wasn't a request for a long drawn out thing to like ask a bunch of questions about it. It was just, hey, you know what, Zack, we're all hanging out here over on the stream watching this Darkseid, this really cool thing get opened up. Hey, would you like to come on and just hang out? And that's what he did. And it was a hangout thing. It was really cool. It was fun. It was what it was, right? But the thing is I'm now being told that we asked the specific questions that we asked just to discredit, to discredit the people who said these other things that like what we just saw there, that,
Can I give you a hot take?
Why you didn't ask James Zack Snyder questions about Rebel Moon?
Well, because we asked him because it was, I know, man,
so
because it was a regular
stupid.
it was a regular conversation that was going on, right? It was a regular conversation that was going on, and it came up the fact that Zack was just on Teen Titans Go, right?
Yep.
Which, by the way, hey,
animation is
Cole,
phenomenal, by the way.
Cole, one of the nerd queens. What's up, Cole? Good to see you.
Hello,
Yes, it's a 55-pound Darkseid statue, for God's sake. But hey, Cole, it's so good to have you. But here's the thing: we didn't even know last year at Justice Con, Cole and Nana and Meg actually got the scoop, an actual scoop, but we didn't even know what it was at the time, that Zack was doing an animated thing that he was working on, and that was the Teen Titans Go thing. A year ago, because it takes that long to do animation. Yet the same people who did these scoops literally tried to scoop that Zack Snyder is in current talks with the new regime at Warner Brothers because he had just done the Teen Titans Go thing. So he had been talking to him, and obviously this was a sign that he was there, and they were using that as a springboard to say this is how they know that he is actually in talks with Warner Brothers to come back and take over the whole thing, whatever. But yet it was Nana and Cole and Meg who got that scoop, but we just didn't know what it was because he didn't say, hey, it's Teen Titans Go, by the way, and I'm going to be doing this thing, right? So we're talking about that, and Dave just brings up in casual conversation because James Gunn and Zack Snyder are friends because they work together on a little movie called Dawn of the Dead. Right? And so he says to him about this guy that he knows, hey, have you seen any of the Harley Quinn show this year where they have the whole season is focused around James Gunn as an animated character? And Zack said, no, I'll have to check that out. And it was a cool, fun little moment. And people literally have attacked Dave and said, I can't believe you asked him a question about James Gunn, and then tried to call Dave a pedo. Because he's a pedo supporter, obviously, for supporting James Gunn.
But Zack isn't, and that's his friend. No, you know what's funny about that? Because I made that
and
same
David
point.
Ayer.
Right, I made that same point. Is that Yeah, like these people will call like these people who mention James Gunn the P word, but don't acknowledge that Zack is friends with James Gunn. So I guess you're calling Zack one too. And number two, I've said this. This is why if I was Zack, I don't blame him for not wanting to go on YouTube channels, because every time he does, it seems like a freaking problem. Like the man can't just be on a stream, talk to his fans, talk to people who support him, and have it be not a freaking huge controversy like an hour later. It's the most ridiculous thing. These are people who supposedly support Zack Snyder and everything he does, yet they are so out of touch with reality and facts that it's disgusting. It's disgusting behavior. And that's why I've been calling out, like I said, when I call it the toxic fandom, that's the stuff I see. People who sit there and say, oh, we love Zack Snyder, but yet you're attacking people that Zack has worked with. You're attacking people who have nothing to do with Zack Snyder. And then you sit there and think that you're doing him a favor. It's really the most weirdest thing. Dude,
it is weird.
When did
It's
Snyder
so
get off
weird.
the naughty list?
It is weird.
I thought they
It's
all
very
disavowed
weird.
him.
But-
When
but
did
that's what I
Snyder
mean.
get off
It's-
the naughty list?
I don't know, but it's literally the most weirdest thing
I've said
ever
it time
seen in
and
a
time
fandom.
again. I've said it time and time again. I don't understand why Snyder fans, people who are Snyder fans, listen to people who talk about Zack Snyder like they know Zack, like they know what he would like when they're like,
Oh,
well, I think,
him.
well, you know, Zack
Yeah.
thinks this, or Zack is doing this, or Zack thinks this about this thing, or over here, or whatever, or literally said about like the nerd queens. I'm glad that Cole actually popped in tonight because and Cole, you're welcome to be on the show if you'd like to be on. I can send you a link. You know, you don't have to, but you know, but I just appreciate you being in the chat even. But here's the thing: I've said time and time again, I don't understand why these same people will go after people like Cole and Nana and Meg and Dave and others, you know, and Chris Wong Swenson, for example, like who have actually had Zack on several times. Talk to Zack, have communication with Zack, have connection to Zack.
Because they don't.
But
'Cause
yet,
they
but
don't.
yet, Snyder fans will listen to these people who have no connection, have never talked to Zack, have like act like anybody who has talked to Zack are just clout chasing or they're celebrity chasers or whatever, when they're literally not. They just are blessed to have been in that position. And yet they will speak for Zack. I've seen them speak for Ray Fisher. I've seen them speak for others, and you know, say stuff about me. You know, that me. You know, that like I betrayed Ray Fisher or whatever because I said this or that or whatever, which was ridiculous because literally I was going off of what Ray said himself here on my very show. But apparently I'm the bad guy because I like literally just repeated
You support
that.
the Flash
again,
movie?
right?
Yeah.
But again, they will go off on people who literally have these connections, and but these so-called fans will listen to them, and then they'll say that people like me or people like the Nerd Queens or people like others aren't real fans. I've heard people say that about Dave. Oh, Dave's not a real Snyder fan, right? Because and then say because we didn't talk about Rebel Moon, and I love this because tell me you didn't watch the whole episode without telling me you didn't watch the whole episode of the Vodka stream last Friday night. Because literally, Dave asked Zack a whole slew of stuff, like tries to talk about Rebel Moon, but the fact of the matter is Zack has been putting out stuff about Rebel Moon, and he's like, well, there's nothing really new to say. This is what I've been doing. Like it's all out there, right?
Enosh, you know what it
Didn't
is?
somebody? Oh my bad.
No, it's all good. It's two things, right? How many of these people are genuinely Zack Snyder fans versus he was the weapon that they were wielding? One. And two, how many of them automatically attack when there are people like you or Cole or others that can debunk them? The problem is you're making them look bad, so it's easier to shut down people that they ruins what they think, so they become less and less credible. That's literally what this is.
Yeah.
I go into so
Yeah, I think guards like asked him a question. Oh, what weapons are in Rebel Moon? Said there's different kinds of weapons. So like he answered questions. I don't know why people keep.
Oh yeah,
attacking.
that's right. You're right.
That's
He
so
asked him about
dumb.
weapons. He asked him what kind of
Yeah.
weapons are in the film and stuff. And Zach talked about some different kinds of weapons. Even
different kinds of
spilled some
weapons,
tea
yeah.
that there's probably some like swords, some different kinds of
Lightsabers,
swords.
maybe? Like-
Because
like-
remember, this was supposed to be Zach's take on that. But like
Star
literally,
Wars,
yeah, on Star Wars. But like people are literally acting like oh, they're not that none of us who were on that stream that night are really Zack Snyder fans because we didn't get into a full-on interview about Rebel Moon.
Yeah, I mean,
What it
these are,
wasn't
we have to remember,
really,
these are people who, like I said, they've attacked actors who have nothing to do with Zach. Like I've done streams about it where there was an example of somebody, Chris Evans made a tweet about what happened in Texas, right? The whole shooting thing that happened. And he was like, it's enough. That was Chris Evans' tweet. He's like, enough is enough. And then you see people in the comment section, you're right, Chris Evans, we've had enough. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. I'm like, are you kidding me right
I remember that. I
I'm like,
remember
are
that.
you freaking kidding?
That
And then,
shit was crazy.
and that's the type of stuff that they do, and they think that they're doing it and they're gonna get anywhere. And I'm sitting there like, you do know that he's talking about the children that died, right, in Texas, and you're making this about Zach. Like, that is disgusting. Zach has kids, bro. You think that Zach would be okay with that? And Chris Evans has nothing to do with DC.
One time, all I said one time on Twitter was, I really like the scene where Aquaman's sitting on the lasso of truth. I wish they would have left that in the Snyder
Me
Cut.
too. I actually like that scene.
They came
Also,
for me
do
like I
you
was
bleed?
Frankenstein's monster, pitchforks, torch. They came at me, dude.
Dude, I literally sat in a goddamn room with a bunch of morons, and one of them threatened to fight me, and it was hilarious. I was actually enjoying that shit. But these
I
dudes
like
really
I
threaten
like
you.
the end. I like the post credit scene with Superman and the Flash because I've always enjoyed the times where
That was
Superman and the
awesome.
Flash race
Right,
each
yeah.
other and stuff like
I
that.
even like the Deathstroke one. The Deathstroke one talking to Lex Luthor. That
Yeah.
you should believe. Like that was a good one too.
Look, but people make it out to be this thing that like if you don't think exactly like them, then you're somehow bad. But then they keep moving the goalposts over and over and over again, and you can never keep up with that. And the thing is I've said it from the beginning to now, I have been consistent. I have always said exactly what I think. I have not deviated from that. I haven't changed from that. I even said, listen, I'm not going to, I've had people tell me, well, why didn't you change your mind when Ray Fisher, changed his mind? Because I'm an individual. And actually, Ray Fisher actually respects me for that.
Don't you know you're supposed to be part of groupthink?
Right? Like, it doesn't mean that I have to think exactly like him. And like Ray and our other friend, Wayne T. Carr, he said the exact same thing, man. He's
miss
like, look,
Wayne.
man, I get it. I do too.
Who stopped by to say happy birthday to Enosh? Come on. You don't do that unless you come to a guy you like who's a trusted source.
I'm just saying,
Right.
like, and that's the thing. It's like, it doesn't even have to be that like, hey, trust what I say because I had this person on or that person on. But it's like when you start attacking people
That's
and acting like that because they have certain people on or because like somebody has Zach on that like I've literally seen people say that like Zach does not like the Nerd Queens and that Zach doesn't like Meg and that Zach doesn't like
That is
Dave. And all that stuff.
crazy.
That is the most
He's
insane.
trying to manufacture a wedge.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in all of my life. Like, seriously, to act like Zach is not going to come on to a stream like last week's stream just to hang out and have a drink and watch Scott, unbox that awesome looking Darkseid statue. If he doesn't like
That was
something.
amazing. That was
Look,
amazing.
I think it's amazing that someone like Zack Snyder would come and just chill out with basic fans, just to chill out with fans. You know how many directors would never do that?
And
James
reported
Cameron.
too.
But that's the root of the animosity, man. He didn't chill out with them.
Yeah,
But that's the thing. Saturday,
that's pretty much it.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So the Snyder, or I'm sorry, the vodka streams on Friday night, right? Saturday, I was at the football game. I didn't have when you're at University of Michigan State
Internet.
we're at the big house. There's no internet, let alone there's no cell service. There's like nothing in the bowl itself. There's just you don't get anything. So I got home. I got home that evening. I got home that evening to seeing all this nonsense of people attacking Dave because he didn't ask the right question. They didn't think he didn't interview Zach correctly. It's like it wasn't a freaking interview.
See, I woke up the very next morning to that exactly. Like I went to bed a couple hours after the fact that they started the stream because I was just tired and beat up from my week. But I woke up and I just see quote tweets, a ton of quote tweets, a ton of just bullshit. I'm like, are you serious right now, guys? Come on.
You know what that is? It's to dissuade them from looking at the source.
Well, what the thing is, right, is like, first of all, Dave has had, like, for some reason, a lot of Snyder fans, like, so, like a lot of people in the Snyder fandom have like this weird animosity towards Dave. I've heard things and I've seen things, which is like, I don't get it, but like, it's not my business to care, to be honest with you, because like, he's been good to me, so why should I care what other people say? It's not my fight. But at the same time, too, it's like, what, like, first of all, Zach showing up. First of all, I was so happy for you. I watched as soon as I heard. I was actually on Max's channel, and when somebody mentioned that Zach was on, you know, they streamed for a minute, and RJ said that Zach was on with you guys, and I immediately tuned in. I actually rewound while you guys were live just to see Enosh's reaction when Zach popped up on the screen. And I was so happy for Enosh, and I was so happy for everyone who didn't have that luxury to talk to Zach or be on a panel with him. So I was really happy, and I thought it was really disgusting. Like right after I immediately saw that, I woke up to it too, where I saw Dave tweeting about it. I was like, are you guys serious? Like, why does this always keep happening? And like I said, it's a lot of envy. And I'm like, I get it. You guys fought for the Snyder Cut. You feel like you're owed something. Well, guess what? That's not how real life works. You don't do something that you think is good because you expect all the good things. Like that, the Snyder Cut being released was awesome for everybody. But right now it's over. It's on a hiatus. Like now people, like I said, are just milking it because that's all they know. Once they grew from that, they got to keep that gravy train flowing. And it's really sad because they attack people all the time. And then when you call them out on it, they're just like, oh no, you're the toxic one. We just want to have hope. Why are you taking that away from me? Well, why are you taking that away from the fans that are just chilling and still believe the same stuff you believe, but they're not going above and beyond to attack anyone that involves Zack Snyder, dude. Like, it's disgusting that these people really think that if Zack fully knew every single person, the things they say, the things they do, Zack would be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I guarantee you Zack is like, nah, I'm good.
That's
Zach
the
knows the
fundamental
talk.
issue. Hey, Saggy, I agree. And here's another. Let me. I have a.
Sorry,
few
I go on
points.
rants. I'm so sorry.
No, I love it. That's why I told you I've always wanted to team up with you because I think it'd be hilarious.
She's pretty good at it. Not gonna lie.
She's amazing. Hey,
Thank
I
you.
love Saggy.
Appreciate that.
I will support her online if anybody says anything. Even I don't care. Saggy's awesome. I think people take for granted the access Zack Snyder's given, the access James Gunn is given, when you don't hear from a lot of people, right? And people that will set the record straight on many things and be very open and honest, even with like plot points that people maybe don't like, right? The other thing is, I just wonder with the Snyder Cut, how many of those people were just like the schmortering who just wanted to get in on something and cries about She-Ra and doesn't really care, or people who never really read comic books or even like these characters. I feel like a lot of people just got into fandom to use it as a weapon for whatever their agendas were, and then they just stick with it because you know what? It's a pretty good grift for a lot of these people.
I think I have a much bleaker, I guess.
Black pill us, go for it.
Well, I just feel like it's a lot of it comes across to me as like, you know, there is, and as speaking as a lifelong fan of the Buffalo Bills, I know that there is a joy that you can derive from sucking all the time. Like there is
I'm sorry, I gotta ask this. I'm sorry. Are your fans okay after that heat wave attack down in Miami? I know they've been really worried about the criminal.
That being said, hold on a second.
Well,
because I want Devin to get in what he was saying. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we have royalty.
Hold on.
Royalty in the house.
Sorry, Howard.
Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome with me, the one, the
I wish you said
only.
Herbert.
She is one of the queens of the nerds. Cole from the Nerds.
What's up, y'all? You know, thank you for introducing me to stuff like that because you make me so nervous.
Why?
Oh, I was excited. I loved it.
Hey,
Hi,
Cole. Cole, you're you know what? You're kind of a big deal.
Not really.
Kind
a
of.
big deal.
Kind of are.
Kind of a big deal. I mean, you're in all of our hearts. I all of us who are on Twitter and the social medias, we see you getting hit on. We see we see.
That's a weird.
Mostly by me.
Yes, but no. But Cole, it is good to have you here. It's great. It's always great.
Cole, you should just pull the Garth and say
It's been so long since I've jumped into a stream that I actually forgot how to hook up my microphone, and I had to go hunting for the manual.
Lols.
Oh my god.
Lols. That's funny. That's funny. I love it.
I literally just watched them do a at Comic-Con. I sat through I think they did what 3 streams, 2 at least 2. I know I sat through both.
No,
of
I
them.
think I forget who we popped in with. We popped in with someone during Comic-Con, and that was it. But that was from my iPad. So.
Well, I know Cole and I had talked about back during the Star Wars Celebration, we want to do something. It just didn't work out, so I wasn't at home or whatever that day.
And I do have a small confession, as much as like what Saggy just said. As much as I loved seeing Zach show up, and it was your birthday, and I was really happy for you. I literally was dying to see that toy. I'm just like, open it already, open the toy.
Well, heck yeah, man, heck yeah.
Gosh, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait, you had a birthday?
I want to get to what Devin said here, but this is the moment that everyone was talking about. Here it is, right here.
You're not sharing screen, Enoch. You gotta share the screen.
Wait, what is? I don't see
I see
anything.
Enoch eating.
Enoch just
Is it you eating turkey? Is that what everyone was that the moment? Enoch? He can't hear us. He can't hear us.
Cheese.
Enoch.
Enoch, get it together.
The sponsor of today's show.
Wave at him.
Did I do it again? Did I do it again? It's StreamYard, dude. No, hold on. It's StreamYard, right? So StreamYard, usually when you hit the button, it automatically brings it in. And for some reason, I don't know why, but it's not doing it tonight. I think it's a setting that I accidentally. Here it is.
We just watched you eat string cheese. That's all.
Hey, just to let you guys know that somebody else want to witness this too. A big fan of all
There
this.
it is.
Scott, please turn your attention to the screen.
Okay.
Zack Snyder is here, guys. Zack Snyder is here.
Look at Enoch's face. Look at Enoch's face.
As you can see, the man of the hour is having a workout trying to get this statue out of the box. Yeah.
Now you tell me. Take a look. Regardless of the look on my face, I mean, because of course I'm going to be happy if Zack Snyder pops into a stream. But look at that look on Zack's face. Does that look like he's with people that he doesn't really care for, or you think that he would take a time out on a Friday night?
I mean, why would he be there?
No, you know what he's thinking right here? I'll tell you what he's thinking right here. And this look on Zach's face, he's thinking, God, I really hope nobody asks me any questions about James Gunn right now.
He's thinking, I literally designed this character. Why didn't I get one?
Right.
Well, he doesn't have one.
No.
Select him and Ray didn't get one.
I don't think him and Ray Porter got one. No.
Yeah.
What is wrong with what?
No,
Ray Porter. Wait, Ray Porter didn't get one.
No, Ray Porter did not get one.
Listen,
I just I
Look
want
at this
everyone
thing.
to know
Oh,
that thing's
man,
friggin'
that's
massive,
insane.
dude. What the fudge?
55.
I'm still
That's
waiting
huge.
to see if Scott
How
will
much
make good
is
on his
that?
promise to take pictures of his son sitting in it.
That thing must cost a fortune, bro.
Yeah,
It
Ray
cost
Porter.
it was $13.99 and shipping cost him $500.
$500.
You guys got to solidify this for me. Are you being dead serious that the man that chose to put Darkseid in his movie and chose Ray Porter to be Darkseid in his movie, neither of those guys got a Darkseid toy like this?
They should
No,
be
like
getting Darkseid
completely
toy. I'm
true.
with you.
Honest. Me and Amanda Colbert keep offering to be his Karens and go bitch at Weta, but they're like, no, it's okay. We don't want
My
to
kids
bother
love to
them.
call me a Kent if you want to back up.
So my thing, I want to point out too, I'm also freaking mad at Dave, okay? Because I remember I was watching this stream and Zach
Get in
was
line.
still on, And no, I need to get this off my saggy chest, okay? Because I asked in the chat, which went ignored. No, it went ignored. All I asked Dave to say is like, Zach, why was there no effing gravy in that Thanksgiving picture last year? Because that was the main thing I was mad at. There was that turkey was dry. There was no gravy, and I wanted answers, and Dave didn't provide them. So I'm great turkey. There was no gravy.
Just wait for this year's pick.
There was no gravy. No gravy. No. The stuffing wasn't even like present. Yeah, I'm very upset. Like, was it a deep fried turkey? We had so many questions about that turkey, and Dave just ignored me. I just got stuffed, and I thought Dave and I were cool. No, I want to know.
Turducken or something.
He must find you annoying like I do.
If I was Zach, this Christmas,
I will murder you.
This picture would be a big starro in an aquarium, just to mess with people. Just
okay. So real quick, because I know you had something to say, Devin. I apologize. You have. Yes.
Oh, you were saying something. I can't remember.
I apologize. I did not mean to cut you off.
You're good. You're good.
I apologize.
It'll come to him.
But yeah, I mean, look at this thing. I mean, like, and that was the thing. That was what the night was all about. And as it just progressed, we were just talking about stuff. Here it is. Actually,
I was literally going to join just to give Scott shit for taking so long. With that box.
Scott, it takes 3 button cell LR44 batteries.
Oh no!
Wait, didn't come with batteries?
Okay. No, came with no batteries.
What?
Okay.
You had to go buy batteries.
What? I'm done.
You could go to a CVS and find that.
I was gonna say those are like
We'll
So
wait.
what
was that again? What was that again? Right, LR44.
3 button cell LR44 batteries. Yeah.
Okay.
Write it on the box.
No.
Don't do that.
Get a Sharpie and put it on the inside of his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. Dark side puts on.
Oh, look at that.
Apparently, there's batteries needed.
Walking. I require.
Dude, Snyder's the coolest, man.
So's Porter.
Love Ray.
LR44.
LR44s, of course.
Zack Snyder's sitting here on a Friday night having a discussion about batteries.
Am I the only one that finds that hilarious, though? That, like, not only did Ray Porter and Zack Snyder not get one of these toys, but the dude that did get the toy, battery's not included, and it's a $1,300 toy.
Is crazy.
Oh
And the fact that they know that the batteries are needed.
Right, for $1,500, they couldn't even include batteries. Like that's so
Not even the generic, like dollar store batteries.
Yo, what is shady,
Like,
bro?
like lower than Ray-Ban photographs when you do get the
It was
batteries.
$13.99
A lot has
before
changed.
taxes, and then you also include this near $600 for
Did you
shipping.
get
That's
everything you wanted
That's
in
almost
that?
$2,000.
Right, it's like $2,000, almost $2,000 and no batteries. That's just shit.
Hey, Zach, if you heard
That's-
it, I won't
that's
do
horrible.
dog puns. I won't do it.
I know. I did it for you. Don't worry. Yeah. I was thinking of dogs. There was a movie about like DC dogs and stuff, and Black Adam was in it.
Zach
all
looks
that stuff.
so happy.
Hey,
Like,
I
he
heard
looks like he's glowing.
Superman was potentially gonna be in somewhere like I don't know, Black Adam. I don't know. Have you heard anything?
Is that what they're saying?
That's what I think they're saying.
Is that the word on the street? I honestly don't know.
Zach looking very pissed off right here.
Yeah.
That
He's
somebody
like, I
would
don't know.
dare
Just
ask
live
him a Black Adam question.
How dare you ask me about Superman?
And see the weird
A character that I brought to screen. We should be taught. I could just see
Right,
it
that's
right
what
now.
I'm
And Zach
saying.
said, Cole, you can tell me. Don't you think here that Zach is thinking, why are you not talking about restoring the Snyderverse right now?
He's probably thinking about what he's going to have for dinner, to be honest.
A turkey, right? A turkey that means the Snyderverse is being restored.
You know, he's probably really thinking, Enosh. He's thinking, Donner never had to go through this shit.
Richard Donner.
Well, no. You know what's funny is like I was gonna bring up that point. It's like the biggest argument is like, why did he bring up Black Adam? He asked about Henry Cavill's Superman, which is I don't know, one of the characters. I don't know, Zach included in the Justice League. I'm just saying.
Zach isn't just a director though; he's a fellow nerd. Sometimes you just want to talk nerd shit with
Oh,
a
he
fellow
didn't.
nerd.
So wait, so he didn't
Yeah,
scream.
talk
Why did
nerdy to me, Zach.
So he didn't scream the obligatory. Why did they say that name meme? He didn't scream it. He wasn't that mad.
No.
Damn.
And that's the thing, man. You know, that's things like everybody, like all these fans. I'm sorry, but fans, listen. Love Zack Snyder. Support Zack Snyder. Watch Zack Snyder's movies. Do not take to heart every little thing like you know exactly what Zack Snyder is thinking, feeling, what his emotions are, and do not put words into his mouth or words into his mind or heart or whatever, because you all make us look like we're nuts. No wonder people are out here talking about toxic fandom and everything else. When you guys start attacking people who were literally part of this fandom, part of the reason why we got something like the Snyder Cut to begin with, because people were out here campaigning for it, and people were out here streaming about it, and people were out here interviewing about it and trying their best to push it, and then to try to turn on somebody like Dave or anybody else, Cole, Nana, whoever, Meg, and act like they're somehow they're not fans of him. You know what? No, you know what? Dave doesn't have to be. Cole doesn't have to be. Nana doesn't have to be. Meg doesn't have to be, because they actually know the guy. They're not just starstruck. I mean, I'm sure there's some. You know, I mean, come on. It's cool. It's Zack Snyder. He's Zack Snyder. But still, yeah, here's the thing. Here's the difference between people who've been around somebody and actually experienced somebody over and over and over again on a regular basis, and somebody who's just like randomly like, oh my gosh, got the opportunity to talk to somebody. Act like you've been there before.
Can I just ask?
Like, honestly, that's how you should act when you meet
Can I just
anyone.
ask, like, what was he thinking about?
Thank you, Cole. Thank you, Cole. I'm sorry, what was that?
I just want to ask, you know, me and Chris being the only two fans on this planet that like Sucker Punch for some reason.
I love
That's
that
what
movie.
I would ask him about.
Thank
I'm
you.
serious.
Someone else.
I love
That's
that.
exactly that's
It
exactly.
exists.
I told Brodan that today. I said all these people want to talk about what he's doing now. and
I just
shit.
want to
You
know
what
what
I
he's
would
talking- I
ask
wanna
him.
know. Where
Being
did
one
you
of the
get
only
the
11
information
people who
finding a
like
train?
Sucker Punch.
Bro,
I
and it
like
must be
him.
Bears fans. I'm a Bears fan too, and I love Sucker Punch.
I love Sucker Punch.
Sucker
man.
Punch reminded me of a live action anime. I thought it was very well done.
It's
I think
so
I feel like
aesthetically
it was
And
right.
I-
I feel like it was inspired by anime because it had
Saggy, I
anime
catch
feel.
hell.
I had
I
a-
like that movie.
I had a
catch
deep
hell.
dislike of Sucker Punch.
Get out, Devin.
You're a Bills fan. You just said
Devin's
Yeah,
always
there you
gotta
go,
come
Bills
at me,
fan.
man.
I mean, Stop talking about
And you
Sucker
know what,
Punch.
Devin? You know what, Devin? That's okay, because you know what? You don't have to kiss up to anybody to just be a fan of their other works or their other things. Like I'm sorry, but you know, you see these people who are just like, oh, everything you do is just so great. You know, and it's not just Zach, it's celebrity in general. Right?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, you guys
like
seen
there's
the
people who
Bayhive?
will
It's
just like,
ridiculous.
yeah, there's just people who will kiss up to everything that a celebrity does or whatever, and they don't really mean it from their heart. They're just like, oh, everything you do has just been so great. I've enjoyed everything that you've done. I've enjoyed everything that you've been in. I've enjoyed every song you've ever written. I've enjoyed every choice you've ever made. The fact that you had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on September 15th of 2001, I was so just happy with that choice. Like, shut up.
Hey, Enosh, can I throw in a couple things?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so one was you and I should do a cover of Talk Dirty to Me, Talk Nerdy to Me, Thank You Saggy, and make a Point Extra Lounge Talk Nerdy to Me shirt and do a metal cover of that.
Well, we used to have a segment that Tiffany and I used to do called Talk Nerdy to Me. Because,
You guys are you ahead of the times.
Yes, we used to do that. Yes.
So
Yes.
when you guys
other
were
people have even
talking-
copied that.
I think it's awesome.
We
A
know that
couple-
we're the first ones that ever even thought of that.
I believe it. So that's the one thing I was going to say too about you and Campia, who I saw the video where he visited you, which was awesome. Is it would be so boring if we all agreed on the same thing. Then it'd be like, hey, let's just all sit around in a panel that looks like Hollywood Squares or the beginning of the Brady Bunch. Say, yeah, that was all awesome. It was
Right.
all great. Going back to the thing you guys said, because I was trying so hard to get this stuff set up. It's been a while. You can't bring Cavill back for a cameo only when you've done that headless horseman thing with him too many times. It would be ridiculous, and you're just going to make people even more mad. I think they need to give him the role back. I would like to see them give him a Man of Steel too. That movie is completely underrated, and you're talking to a Marvel guy, and I know how good that movie is. The other line that they shouldn't have cut that I think was amazing was, "Do you bleed?" That was my favorite line from Superman to Batman. Thought they should have kept that in the Snyder Cut.
There's
But-
a lot. I like actually that's not even the best line to me. I think the best.
It was a
line
good one though.
He said, "It was that no one even talks with this line. It was probably the best line." I'm like, damn, this would have been perfect for the new Steppenwolf. He goes, like he says something to Diane. He says, "My axe is still like slick with the blood of your sisters." I was like, dude, that's the sick ass line. How did it fit in this movie? Because this movie sucks ass. How did you fit that in this movie?
There's a couple things I could have brought over.
Yeah. See, the thing with like people, like when Devin says I don't like Sucker Punch, I think the thing, and I don't know Zach from a hole in the wall, but I do get vibes off people, right?
You
The
would know
vibes
Cole.
I get off Zach, and Cole's here. She can correct me if I'm wrong, but the vibes I would get off Zach is like he seems like the type of person who would take in negative feedback and be like, okay, if they didn't like this, maybe I'll try something different in another, and like I feel like he would learn from some like try different things to see what it works. I don't think that he would take, like, he can't expect every movie to be a smash hit. I'm sure he's very self-aware that there are going to be moments that like fans might hate. When you're creating something, anything, you're going into that thinking like, I want to make this for people to like it, but you also have to be realistic and be like, some people might not like this, but I'm going to take a risk and do it anyways and see what happens.
Let's do it, man. Legitimately, all art is subjective. All film is subjective.
Well, Zach doesn't make
try
to make blockbuster films. He doesn't make Marvel
Pretty
films.
funny dude. He's pretty funny too. But some people are wondering, like
Enoch, you've got the audio playing on that clip again.
Yeah, because it's still in there.
You might want to get the string cheese back out.
So I was trying to find. I was
like looking for Dave. I was like, wait, he's not here right now. But I hear
You don't know
him.
that Dave might be there. No, I was trying to find where Garza actually asked in the question about Rebel Moon.
It was a little while after the Superman Black Adam.
Well, one thing I want to say to Saggy's point real quick, though, is that a lot of filmmakers, especially filmmakers with their own really developed sense of aesthetic and style, they make films for themselves more than they make films for fans. So and a lot of them get their success, like Zack Snyder. They get their success by embracing the things that they want to see in their art. And then people happen to be attracted to it, and that's what gives them their name. That's what gives them their credibility.
That's why James Gunn was successful.
Yeah, it's why any director that has like a visual motif or any kind of style that you could immediately identify, like a Guillermo del Toro or something like that. Like,
Spielberg, Villeneuve.
Yeah,
but it's not like the style.
I think
that's
anybody,
the thing.
but hold on. I think it's anybody who's an artist. I mean,
That's
look,
exactly
listen, as a musician, I appreciate what other people like, but I don't sit down to write a song and think, oh my God, what are people who listen to my band's other stuff? What are they gonna think of this one? Like, because if I do that, the thing is, I'm gonna write a sucky song.
Nash, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I'm going to write a song that sucks because I'm trying to play into tropes, or I'm trying to play into whatever, instead of writing a song that's literally from my heart. The reason why people are going to listen to that song and enjoy it is because it comes from me. And if I'm constantly trying to just please everybody, that's going to come out in my art, and my art is going to suck.
And that's where you see everybody in music's careers fall off. When you start pandering versus doing what you genuinely believe in and you take risks, that's going to be your better chance.
I think I explained my point a little off. I'm not saying like that people like Zach and stuff are going to cater to it, but like I do feel like they do take in the feedback. And also, because like I said, as an artist, yeah, you want to make stuff that you believe in. You want to make stuff that you like, and you want other people to like it too. But there's nothing wrong with like taking criticism. Because like if I was an artist or I wanted to make music and I'm a god awful singer, and people are like, you're god awful, I would be like, maybe I'll try to improve my singing a little bit, or try something a little different to see if I can get a sound that works for me. Like, and we are artists, but artists are also
what you're talking about there, Saggy, are two different things. What you're talking about are two different things. There's a difference between saying, hey, I need to improve my skills as a singer, and I need to improve my ability to vocalize myself in a song, right? So the thing is like, if you listen to a certain artist, you're either going to like their voice or you're not going to like their voice, right? By the time that they're at a place where you're able to actually listen to them, they should not change their vocal stylings, because that's what you're tuning in to listen to in the first place. You're not tuning in to listen to
Billy Corgan.
I don't want to hear somebody try to change the way that they sound from album to album as a singer, right? But you are right when you're talking stylistic choices, that sometimes people may want to take a different stylistic approach from a style. Not that they're learning, but that they are literally just trying new things, doing different things. That's where you get like somebody who's done rock maybe traditionally their whole life, and now all of a sudden they want to branch off and do something maybe with some electronic music, or you know what I mean, or something like that. That's growing as an artist, using different techniques.
Phil's got a
and different
bounce,
things.
bro.
Oh, hey Phil, love you, bro. Thank you for being here, man.
Of course, hey, man. Phil. Good to talk to you for the first time.
Phil, I saw you falling asleep over there, and I was like, we gotta stop.
It's
Enoch
all good,
for a
guys.
second.
Phil, I've been liking you on the streams, buddy. I have been gone for a while. You rule, buddy.
Hey, I try to learn from my mistakes as best as I can. Saggy will inform you guys on that, I'm sure. By the way, feel free to DM me anytime, Saggy. We should probably talk soon.
Ditto, yep.
Yep. Other than that, though, I'm glad that Enosh sent me a link. I love coming on the Poindexter's Lounge and spending time talking about anything and everything. I love all of you guys. It's just always fun talking with other like-minded people, and I try and learn from my mistakes. And as Ray Fisher always says, accountability over entertainment all day, every day.
Absolutely.
Okay, man.
Well, it was good meeting you.
Heck yeah. Where can people
Likewise.
find you, Phil?
Just right there, unfiltered. Twitter, Vero,
3Ds,
Instagram.
people at Unfiltered.
3Ds, that's correct. Yeah. And you can find me on the Four Nerds every Thursday most of the time. So I'm sure we'll be talking about Hugh Jackman and Deadpool there on Thursday. So
there you go.
Oh, check
Yeah.
that out. That sounds awesome.
Phil, it's always good having you here, bud.
Of course, man. Thanks for the invite.
I appreciate you.
Nice catching me.
All right,
Nice catching up with you guys. Take it easy.
All right, Phil.
Hey.
We'll see you later.
I am also going to take off.
Okay, Devin. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're going to be kind of bringing it to. We're just going to get our
Devin,
final
nice
thoughts
meeting
in.
you. Love the X-Men hat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Devin,
Nice
I
to
want
meet
to
you.
I'm a big X-Men. I'm a Marvel guy.
Devin,
I haven't seen you since the last stream we were on, like a few minutes before we came on this one.
You guys are making the rounds together.
Always fun to chat with you. Yeah, what were you going to say, Broden?
I'm gonna have to trash you every Sunday now. I'm sorry, but that's.
Oh, I thought you're a Bears fan, dude. I don't care.
I'm sorry.
It's true. We're not in much better
Oh,
position.
shots fired. You're a Bears fan. I don't care.
Hold on, can I shield for Devin real quick?
At least he got a ring.
Can I shield for Devin real quick? You guys can put him back on the screen because you got to put him on there. Okay, guys, you can find Devin at Ye Old Nerdcast. He is amazing. He's a nerd like all of us, and he also worked in the gaming industry. So if you want to, check him out, he knows his stuff. Definitely check out his channel. He's been on a lot of panels. He's amazing, and if you have not subscribed to him, you're not doing yourself a service. Do yourself a favor and subscribe to Devin here because he is freaking awesome, and we love.
You've got my subscription, Devin.
I watch you game
Thank
every
you very
night,
much.
Devin. I watch you game every night.
Thank
bro.
you,
know
Chris. You
that.
say that. I'm glad that you do because I've been raging a lot lately, and I'm like, is anybody even getting enjoyment out of watching these?
I am.
struggles
I love
game?
it, dude.
Devin, literally, my YouTube channel is all about people only subscribing to me to watch me rage. Trust me, rage is what gets clicks, man.
All right, well then I'll keep
that's
on.
the trick to it. Just keep doing it as long as you're having fun, and maybe eventually you'll get subscribers. That's usually how I wing it.
I like watching your builds. I like watching you try to make the perfect build. That's like one of my favorite parts. And you raging, of course.
Yeah, I just started Valheim, I think. So it's a survival game that's going to require a lot of patience on my part. Patience that I usually don't have. So we'll see how long I last in that one. But you can find me there. Thank you, Vince, for sharing that. Thank you, Saggy, for the gracious words.
And the Rob Schneider, Adam Sender. You can do it.
And, good luck to your Bears, man. Like I had hope for Justin Fields, but
he needs a receiver.
I might need a little more than that. But
hey, man, last time I
more
checked, we have the same record, and you guys better not blow it this time. Because if you do, pack the franchise.
Hey, like we're an awesome team. We really are. And I'm not used to that just yet. I'm still getting used to us not completely sucking. But I'm a little concerned about Miami now. Like they've got that new coach
In all fairness, you lost the game. You had starters on defense out. Your whole secondary was decimated, and you lost by.
I was gonna
I
say
wouldn't
that
worry
their
about it.
entire, they're almost like half their
I
defensive
don't
line
like
starters
some
are
of the
out.
fan base taking shit away from Miami, going, "Oh, the Heat's so bad that it's criminal. They should be looking at the Miami Stadium." Oh, shut the hell up! You took an L. Just take it. And
We lost. We lost.
It
We
is
lost.
what it is. It happened.
Josh Allen threw it into the dirt. What can I say?
One game, guys. It's one game, week 3, and I also love the Bills. So
I want the Bills to win because Jim Kelly is from Miami. That's it has to be done. I gotta see Jim Kelly crying over that Super Bowl. It's gotta happen.
Oh, it's got to happen. If they ever win a Super Bowl, that city is going to have like a month off of work.
Is going to burn down in a glorious fashion, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it. They're going to
absolutely.
It might not do.
You're listening to Sports Talk with Devin here on.
There you go. Brodan could turn anything to a football talk. I'm serious, dude.
Well, we'll have to talk more about it some other time.
We should.
See you guys later.
See you, man.
So, Enosh, how was the Michigan game with Maryland? Because I know Maryland sucks. You guys
well, it was. Look, we won, but honestly, it was a lot closer than it should have been. It was final score, I think, was 35-27 or something like that.
You think you're beating Ohio State this year again?
You know what? Maybe. If we stick in, the defense did not look good. I'll be honest with you, the defense did not look great on Saturday. But it was the first time really that our defense had actually been challenged.
Well, they didn't play anyone all year. I was kind of happy to finally get tested. I think they'll be okay. It's just that Ohio State team.
Hold on. Time out. Everybody be quiet. I know I'm got main screen right now. Will you get Brodan main screen for a second?
I can. Hold on a second here. Yes, there you go.
Are you on like your 4th fucking jersey since the stream started? Enough of the wardrobe changes. You're not Mariah Carey. You are not Taylor Swift. Stop changing clothes. You're freaking me out, man.
That's why I
was in
do
a
this.
time
That's why I
machine for
do
a
these
second.
things. Just because it fucks with you, I'm gonna keep doing it.
He's on like his 4th jersey
to mess with you in
Chris
any
is
way
getting
possible.
stressed.
I'm gonna do it. Anything.
I'm like, yeah, well, because I thought I was going colorblind for a second. First you're in your work clothes, then you're in a black jersey,
Dude,
then
really,
you're in a
it's
yellow
okay.
or an orange
Really.
jersey. Now you're in a white jersey.
It's okay.
You
You're
took
just
off
having
your
a
Miami
grandpa
hat,
one
you
because-
put on a beanie. Get out of
He's
my
mad
head,
because
man. You
my
get out
room's
of my
better
head
than
right
his.
now.
I will never get out of your head. I own your head. It's mine. And I'm gonna do whatever I want with it.
This dude thinks he's freaking Whitney Houston. He's on like his 5th wardrobe change during a concert. Like,
It's okay. It's okay. Hey,
okay, man. Do you need
speaking of,
therapy?
did you guys hear that Mariah Carey put out a grunge or like a grunge like alternative album in the 90s that never saw the light of day, and that apparently now that's coming to light and it's going to be released?
Why?
Because F you, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna.
Well,
listen to that
because apparently she was really pissed off at the time over the record deal that she had back in the day,
am
and
listening to that.
so because of it, she was working on it at night. She wanted to do something different, and remember her husband was head of Sony Records,
Sony Records, yeah,
and would not allow her to do it because she wanted to branch out as an
Tommy
artist and
Mottola,
stuff.
Tommy Mottola, yeah.
And remember also first she started like working, like doing collaborations with different artists and stuff like that. They didn't want her to do that either. They just wanted her to stay a pop star, and she wanted to work with like rap artists and stuff like that, and other people. And so she was already doing that, but they didn't like that either, but then it gained her a lot of popularity soared even more, and so they let her do that. But then she wanted to do this other album. They wouldn't let her do it. So what she started doing was her and her production team, they would come in late to the studio at like after midnight, and they started working on this album, and they worked on it for a while. And but then when her husband found out about it, was like, no, this will never come out, whatever. And so they got there was a lady who was working on it with her, who was doing the background vocals. They ended up switching, and Mariah ended up doing the background vocals, and this lady ended up singing all the tracks again. And I can't remember the name of the band now, but they released it. They released the album as a band name with this other lady fronting the band. And Mariah has hinted that her version is still out there with her vocals on it, and apparently now it's going to finally surface after 20-30 years, and so we're going to get
awesome.
a Mariah Carey like grunge rock album.
I'm 100% here for women once they get away from controlling partners doing whatever the fuck they want.
Heck yeah,
So,
man. Heck yeah.
It's sadly way too common, Cole.
Oh no, I know 100%. I was in an abusive relationship for 3 years, so
Ugh,
I completely
worst.
understand the way that it feels to not like be able to do what you want. But it's like, even if the album's not good, just drop a like
Right.
on the music videos or something, or give it some time on Spotify. Just support the fact this is a woman who's stepping out of the shadows that she was forced to live in, and it's like, yeah, she's privileged, but whatever. Just give her some props.
Can I just say, this is one of the reasons why I cover the music things that I do, and I push artists like Snow the Product, who was going through kind of the same thing, not to this extent, obviously, but if you look at her music, the way I studied it, they tried to make her into something that she wasn't. So she said, all right, F this, I'm out. And she's now trying to do her own thing. One of the things that I like with labels is actually, one of the things I hate about labels is just the fact of the controlling nature. This is why I like certain labels like TDE or something like that, artists that run other things. When you have corporate executives trying to micromanage things that they are out of their depth on, that's the problem. People don't stay in their lane. Same thing with movies. You try and micromanage something that you don't know a damn thing about. You have no artistic bone in your body. So the reasons why I get annoyed with these talks about, oh, yeah, we need this and that and that and this. You're asking a bunch of, and I'm sorry to make this a little racial, but shut up, Chris. White executives.
I didn't say shit. What are you?
He's reading your mind again.
Anticipation. Mute himself.
I don't like when you say, oh, let's ask a bunch of boring stick in the mud white executives that don't know shit about what your culture is.
Yes.
You know, some of the best shows written right now. By the way, I'm also sick of just geek culture in general. Everyone complains.
You're a total racist for that. I'm just saying, but whatever.
Why do you ruin my points? I hate you. Anyway.
Do you guys need to take this offline? Like, I mean,
no,
it sounds like you guys are having a little lover squabble.
Listen,
Enoch, this is an Italian marriage, okay? I'm not even Italian, but I'm stuck with this Italian marriage, okay? This sucks.
The only time we don't argue is
Maybe
when
you
we're
are a
on
little
screen. Oh, he's a little racist. He has a problem with Italians. Sorry, though.
Hey, Broden, are you in Chicago as
I have a
well?
problem with you.
I'm not in Chicago anymore. I'm in St. Louis. He's still up by Chicago. Yeah,
You are sounding a little racist, if I'm being quite honest with
Broden,
you.
I'm in Chicago. I was a signed musician. We should talk.
Well, I'm
sometime,
originally
man.
from Cicero.
All right, I'm a little racist.
You know where Cicero is?
Yeah, of course.
That's where I'm originally from. 14th and 49th.
I love that they include that in Wayne's World.
I look down and then I look back up, and Enoch has got Kermit the Frog, Darth Vader.
And I was going to talk about
We have lost control of the stream because these two lovers are going at each other right here on the screen.
Why does Sith Kermit have a Russian accent? You want to?
But hey,
you have said it is one of many different kind of accents that have been talked about tonight. Let me just say.
Hey, Commander Enosh, let me bridge gap between bipolar Jedi and best friend Broden. Guys, don't forget.
In Soviet Russia,
it is not always Caucasian
Broden.
executives who have the problem. We remember this famous artist, Miss Pink. She said to L.A. Reid, I want to add some rock and roll. So, you know, she went against L.A. Reid. She got the singer from Four Non Blondes, and she pushed her career in her music.
Linda Perry, a great producer. Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what's funny is Pink got pissed when Linda started working with Christina Aguilera.
She was very upset because
it was weird, but
up.
I love the interview where she's doing that. LA said, "Come out, do this. You'll be a big star."
Yep,
and they went
it's in the
LA.
song. Don't.
And LA was like, LA's like, I never said that shit to her.
He totally did. It's like how they made Kelly Clarkson do that rock record separately from the label too on her own.
That's funny shit.
Well, it's just that's that industry.
When Kelly Clarkson was able to do her own record, it was so much better.
Well, what I was going to say before, I was interrupted by whatever the hell that.
Because he's evil, Kermit.
I didn't
Constantine.
You
don't you see
did
the?
that.
I hate you. I hate you so much. And I'm
When
going
you do it like this, it looks like an eyeball.
But Broden, I'd love to talk music with you.
Now you can't unsee it, can you? He kind of looks like a green dolphin now.
Stuff.
I hate you.
It does look like a green dolphin.
Now I am a green dolphin. Eek eek.
No,
you got to give it the Constantine voice, buddy. And I've heard you do accents.
Do not tell me what kind of accent to give this character. It's a completely original character. This is not Constantine. This is my own character. No, you do not tell me. I am in the box in the corner up here. You are down there somewhere else.
He's become drunk with power.
It is.
Drunk.
Do I have to call your wife?
It's
Please
the-
call right
Yes.
now. He's
I
going
do not
to
have a
America.
wife. Do you not? I am a puppet.
Wait,
just in
wasn't
case you
Steve
did not
Buscemi
know.
the serial killer in Con Air?
And also,
What are you trying to
Billy
say,
Madison.
Black Star Afro? Did I sound like a serial killer?
No, you sound
Yo,
great,
you guys, if you, I'm just gonna real quick. I don't want to change the subject, but I just got done finishing that 10-part.
What is the subject?
That Dahmer series. Don't watch it. You'll feel like you need a shower afterwards. That is some dark shit.
I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Oh, that show, like a
What,
lot of people.
where Evan Peters in it?
First
Evan Peters
20
in it?
minutes of the first episode, it's. I watched it.
That
It's
whole first episode, Saggy, is tension incarnate.
I don't know,
it's
man.
literally
insane.
I watched that, then I watched House of Hammer. I'm thinking cannibalism might be the way.
If you feel gross after seeing this true crime shit, then it's portraying it correctly.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it goes into a lot more deeper stuff that I didn't know about. Hi, Jade. I didn't.
Simp!
She comes to
How
my
is it
streams.
simp? What?
She's
I
one of the
believe she was
people that
talking to
comes to my
me.
streams, actually retweets me and shit.
it's
Nobody else does.
She was talking to me, Mirror versus Kermit.
I've been
It's
trying
right.
to
It's right there, dude. Look at it.
And then you got the old man coming in. You not even the show. I'm talking about the old man down there.
Darth
William.
Crumius.
Oh, we don't have time for William. No, we're trying to.
Now you're-
we're
now-
we're
now
at
that- now
the
you're
2 hour.
racist.
Look, I'm looking at it right there. It says
I am
2
not
hours,
racist. I'm
59
saying
minutes,
he's
and
all
12
racist
seconds.
observation.
Okay, you're
That
not
is an
racist, but you're
observation.
definitely prejudiced against Italians and you're ageist.
You're shut up. Everyone's prejudiced against.
And you
Italians.
wonder why
bring it,
nobody
Saggy.
likes black people. This shit
Whoa,
right here.
whoa,
that
Hey, hey.
That's great.
I give it. Okay.
And we're canceled. Great job, Chris. You just got everyone canceled.
That got dark.
How dare you, Chris?
You
No,
just
no,
got
I'm
us
only
canceled.
getting me canceled, but it's cool. I say it all the time to him.
You're getting canceled, yeah.
Oh, who's the sexy
Oh.
lady down there?
No,
Here we
no.
go.
This is Puppet Show.
Poindexter Lounge does not support or.
Hold on, just one
any of
second,
the
baby.
claims.
I love
Hold
you,
on, just-
William.
Great. William hates you now.
William, I love you.
Let me come down here and say hello.
Oh,
How are you,
Oh,
baby?
wow, this is gonna get weird.
Where are you?
Oh, this deserves to be canceled. Oh, y'all.
Hey,
canceled
now.
this.
Bro,
I'm
you
very
need to
good,
go down
thank
to
you.
St. Louis and take
Cancel
care
them
of
all,
that.
You look
Cancel
sick.
call.
Are you sick?
Baby, I'm very healthy. Let me
Call
tell
it
you.
anytime. One for your life. I don't know.
What is this? Where am I?
I don't know, but this Muppet Show is wild in the middle here.
Wait,
All I know
Saggy,
is that
get on
it's a-
camera
it's
for
a-
a second. Let me
This
see what
feels
you
very
look like when you're all
sick
scraggly.
There's a very sick
Why
man on the
are
panel.
there so many songs about racists and how Bro Dan is one? Racists are people
I already think that I have
who barely illusions.
Hey, Cole, aren't you so glad you made it?
Man is green and sick, and he sounds like
I
he's got
think I'm
something stuck in
remembering
his
why I
throat.
haven't really streamed much.
There you go.
Well, if you ever
All
want
right.
to stream with me,
all
I'm
my
safe,
friends
but I
are
don't really
on
do
drugs.
So I think the whole point of this evening is don't
Get
listen to
therapy.
scoopers.
Get
Don't listen to
therapy.
people talk about people that they don't actually know. And
There's my girl.
William is
Look at
old. There you go.
William Rock.
So
William is old. Wait a minute.
he's
And
rock.
Saggy
He's
is adorable.
My homie out in the city of
I changed my
sin.
background. This is so weird. It's all
Hi,
green.
Will, I love you.
why is everybody all of a sudden grainy? Like
No,
you're
no,
grainy.
I
It's
agree.
StreamYards,
My green
man.
screen.
I
That's
look
why I
great.
go
I
for
know
the
why y'all look
avatar
green
every
crap.
time.
I need to fix your cameras.
Get my cup out of the way.
Droga, I messaged you, bro. I'm trying
Come
to
on, comrade. Get your shit together.
I'm trying to bring it together, man, because it's 3 a.m. and I got to get up for school in the morning. So there you go.
Yeah, I
This
gotta
man
get
must
to work.
drive carpool.
All
He's
right.
got many things to do. Please.
I got the many things to do.
If you want to be on
Many
stream,
things to
you
do.
must.
No,
go to-
I have to.
I
I look.
have
I have
to
to tend to the nuclear vessels.
My thoughts are
Which,
going.
by the
They
way,
took
we'll
my
talk
thoughts.
about that tomorrow too, because apparently not only did
Hold on, that was funny.
Blade, not only did Blade lose their director,
Yep.
but Star Trek has also been once again removed from the schedule.
The J.J. Abrams curse. I tell
yeah,
everybody.
the
He
J.J.
said
Abrams.
That's what happens when you
You
announce
all
a
didn't
movie
think that
without
was
planning the
funny?
cast.
He said nuclear vessels perfect. That was hilarious.
Nuclear vessels.
Nuclear vessels. Nuclear vessels.
I gotta
Okay,
say
I don't have a
though,
point.
Anton
It's gone.
Yelchin,
It's gone.
R.I.P. did
Yeah.
a fantastic
Okay.
job in the Kelvin universe.
And now I'm sad.
I am
What
too.
back-
I loved
why
him.
you
Me
kiss the
too.
backside of my
Saggy,
ass?
well, one,
He's so
I
bad.
got another question, a serious question. Anybody watching She-Hulk?
Yes.
I am.
I need a drip broker. Will someone be my drip broker?
No.
Oh my
no.
God.
Oh my
God,
No.
no.
You want to go with me to the
No
shoe
drip
drop?
broker.
Need a drip broker so that way you can have one to rock and one to stock.
Wait, can I ask Cole a question here, Enosh?
No.
What-
Damn.
You're right. You took more time to ask me if you could ask her a question
Hey,
than just
listen,
ask her
I
a question.
try to be respectful of the whole panel. I'm
That's
getting to meet
fine.
new
That's
people.
fine.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
do
This
yes,
private
go
chat's
ahead.
getting weird, man. Did you
I
just
go-
tell her to back
Hey,
up?
hey,
Go ahead and ask. Yes, Cole. You know what? I will be Cole's emissary since she is
She's a special guest here, all
royalty.
right?
She is royalty. Do not speak directly to Cole. Ask me the
Don't look
question.
at Cole. Don't look into Cole's eyes.
Yes,
Okay,
ask
okay.
Cole the question through me and.
Not
and
you're
you'll be okay.
fired.
Okay. Between our bromance fighting, Saggy's amazing points as always. Anthony's been on mute, and Cole gets her things in once in a while. Everybody has like a superhero or supervillain monologue here or there. So this was a good question you just asked, and I wanted to talk to Cole about something because I know I'm a Marvel person, and you don't have RJ. So Cole,
Who's watching the stream?
I have
Who's
no
watching
idea.
this?
So Cole, why do you like She-Hulk?
I honestly, it's just love it for everything that it is. I mean, like, first of all, I was so in the first episode, that comment about how women have to control their anger all the time. That I was here for that. That was honest. That was raw. It's funny, genuinely funny. Tatiana Maslany is an amazing actress.
I agree.
And also the character itself is really cool, and they made it easy to digest. So like it didn't get into too many crazy ways that She-Hulk could become She-Hulk.
I
And
agree with you on all of that. And I think the problem is everybody went into this show thinking one thing. But if you can do this as a male, and it's not easy for people, if you can look at this show through the lens, this is created for women, which they clearly set that from the outset. The show is really enjoyable. And I actually have liked every episode. But that's me. I'm an outlier.
yeah, it's honestly one of those shows that's getting way too much shit on.
I like
But
it.
then again, I tend to like things that are like not everyone else likes. Like I'll talk all day about how much I loved Ben Affleck as Daredevil and Jennifer Garner as Elektra, but everyone will tell me I'm not a real comic book fan because
I'm not the only one. Thank you.
Hey, we had Favreau was happy in there.
Yeah, it's foggy. Yeah,
We're not happy as Foggy. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, foggy. Yeah.
I had to go get a bottle of water. I was laughing so hard. I tell you what, after
The director's
after the
cut
3 or
of
4 days
Daredevil
I've had,
is
I need streams like this, man. Streams like this rejuvenate my soul. Did you change jerseys again?
Right, I was gonna say, how many times
many
have
do
you
you
changed
have,
your
buddy?
outfit? What do you think you are, Cardi B? Jesus, relax.
Well, now we know who's keeping the Bears in business. I won't buy the jerseys till we start winning more.
Bro,
Go to
that's
the
handsome. I'll
doctor.
give him that.
Go to the freaking doctor.
You need to go to the doctor. You're freaking.
go to the
I'm not
doctor.
gonna. It's late. Oh wait, it's late. It's 3 o'clock. I can say it.
Enosh.
You need to go to the doctor. You need a Pap smear. Make sure you're not leaking your vagina.
Saggy,
All right, your tampons
Saggy,
are broken.
Saggy.
You're bleeding all over the fucking place.
Saggy,
You need
you're
Depends.
Goddamn river going back there.
listen to these
You
two.
need
Saggy,
Depends, Broden, for your leaking.
Saggy,
You
you're
need a
single now,
goddamn
right?
iron lock
Saggy,
lock.
are you single again?
No, she's married to me, obviously.
Saggy,
There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
duh. Garvey. Don't talk like that when
Okay,
my
Enosh,
wife is
please,
here.
bro, Dan,
Please
you
keep
need to
using
learn how to
JJ
pick
Bullock's
up on
spot at the
subtlety,
bottom
bro.
here.
My
'Cause
wife
Broden
is here.
attached
Have
you
some
up, he's
respect,
attached to box flaws, and I
Broden.
don't know if I
Put
can
your-
handle that.
Try to argue if it's my fault.
You need to see a mechanic for that leakage going on in your body. All right.
These two might as well be in a relationship.
Goddamn open gate.
Congratulations,
I'm sorry,
Maury
all
Povich
I
has been
hear is
renewed.
squeaking from your friggin' vagina.
Oh,
All I
okay,
hear is you
guys.
bitching about your
So I
Yeah,
think
more
Enosh was
earthquake
trying to
hole.
wrap this stuff up.
Yeah, guys, please.
Let's calm the chaos. Let's
The
say
Lounge
goodnight.
Master is
Let's
Cole is
taking
Dad
the
should
only
have wrapped
voice
it
of
up,
reason.
Broden.
Guys,
Oh,
it's
he's
time
going
to
back to the
finish.
puppy.
Hi, Kermit the Frog here for leaky vaginas. And hey, is your vagina leaking, Brodan? We have.
I'm about to
I
say
can't even do it. I can't even do
Why
it. It's
do
like
you
This
have
is not your
no?
grandpa's boner pill.
it's not your grandpa's boner pill,
Broden,
right? Exactly.
Broden is a Chicagoan. You know, fourth quarter's our comeback time. Center
Why
yourself.
are there
Namaste,
so
good
many
sir.
leaky? Never.
Don't do it.
That one would have been great.
I'm
Okay,
curious
good
why he
night,
has a
guys.
mole.
So on
goodnight.
that note, hey, thanks everybody for being here. You guys are awesome. Even when we get silly, it's a good thing.
Vince, if you want to talk Bears, we do it on the weekends. We have the Kodiak podcast. I'm still trying to build it out.
That's awesome.
There's some weekends I don't feel like talking football because it gets so.
No, you have the Kodiak report. I just come in
remember
to
that
talk
moment
football.
Enosh was trying to end the damn stream.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
everyone.
I got
play
told I have
Game
a
called
leaking
Shut the
vagina.
Fuck
I'm gonna be a
Up.
dick right now.
Thank you, Jade. We're keeping it classy here in San Diego. All right.
San Diego.
Anyways, guys, thanks for being here. You know what? I think the Beastie Boys put it best and said, "Those who knew me well. Those who didn't,
look at your Instagram.
Can go to hell." Because I said what I said and I meant what I said, and I think everybody here tonight had their moment. So, thanks to everybody who was here. Appreciate all of you. Thanks to a couple of you guys who gave super chats tonight. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you as always. Don't forget that what did I have that I mentioned? Go visit bullysticksdirect.com. Go buy some stuff for your pooches, and make sure to use promo code Poindexter for 10% off of your purchase. All
One
right.
last thing, good sir.
Yes, sir.
I actually came on to address a ton of the Marvel stuff, but I'll come back another night. Just let me know and we'll figure it out.
All right, yeah, we'll do another night on that stuff. But hey, lots of good stuff out there right now to watch. It's a great time to be a nerd. And you know what? You know what we need to do? We need to enjoy things as they come and enjoy things as they are, and not try to add to the noise or not try to make up stuff or speak for directors or writers or producers or whatever.
Unless you're paid.
And Enosh really has to go to bed.
I do. But hey, so good to have you all here. Love you all. Like I always say, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. And don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter, but seek to have good conversations, fun conversations, even if it means that you're saggy talking about Brodan's leaky vagina.
And saggy having a gaping wound.
Have fun with whatever you do. Have fun doing it, okay? And you know what? As long as you seek to have good conversations and you treat everybody with respect. Yes, Brodan?
I got to ask this. Does
Yes.
that extend to Snake Eyes?
Does that extend to who?
Snake Eyes?
No. Snake Eyes, the movie, was absolute garbage trash. And it can burn in hell. And you know what, Brodan?
You're an ass. Your mind is an explosive source of shitty ideas, and all to do what?
To make your life miserable.
I'm leaving. I love you, Enosh. I'm out,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. As always, you know I love you. Thanks for supporting the lounge, and we will see you next time. Stay nerds.
We talking about bands, but I still bust the heat. We've been going on for like 4 hours now, like Zack Snyder's freaking Justice League.